Got so many fucking beverages. Oh. Oh, we're live? We're live.
Hey,
Come on,
welcome back to Save
Sing
State
it, Matt.
Podcast. Save State Podcast.
There it
I think
is.
Mr. Steven sounds better singing it than me. Oh
That was
my
beautiful.
God.
I'll do a version of it at
That
some
was
point.
beautiful.
Oh my God, it's making me so emotional.
I got chills.
Love. Welcome back to Save State Podcast. We are on season 2, episode like 27 or something insane, like 26. Wow, what a ride! What a ride! How's everybody doing today? This week we have a stellar cast. We are missing one. We'll get to that. We are in the comments too loud that I can hear you guys laughing in the intro asking if we're live. Oops. This week I am joined by the venerable Mr. H from Digital Nostalgia. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Oh man, just trying to get through the day. Our young studly friend, Mr. Steven. How you doing, brother?
Hello. I'm doing very well, thank you.
Look at Monto's face. He thought I was going to call him young.
I just saw it.
Oh, Monto. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm living large. I brought some handhelds to a little camping retreat up in Vermont, and it was
Nice.
great, dude. I brought the Thor. I
Nice.
was spreading the good word of the Thor.
As you should.
And they were
Good,
like,
good.
"What is this bootleg DS?"
Oh,
I was
my
like,
God.
I'm
So
going on holiday in 2 weeks' time, and I'm trying to decide what to take with me, and I just don't know. I've got no idea. I've got so many handhelds here. I've got no idea what to pick up.
You only need
Have you
one.
narrowed
The
it
Thor.
down?
That's it.
the
I know, that's the problem.
R36S.
Heck.
No, you only need the Thor. That's it. Like you don't need another handheld. Just Thor. You're good to go.
It's true,
R46.
but I
What you
do
got
have
there?
the Odin
R46.
with both Hogwarts Legacy and Baldur's Gate 3 on it. I mean,
That's
not
crazy.
bad.
There you go. There you go.
yeah.
So I'm actually going on holiday
Man.
tomorrow, and I am going to bring the Legion Go 2 with me. And I'm still debating. It's going to be a last minute decision between the Odin 3 and the Thor. I have First Light, 007 First Light. I'm debating between that. I got to finish Pragmata, and I never started Hogwarts. So those are on my list. I'm flying to China, so it is a long flight.
Oh,
So
you got time.
I got time.
You've got
And I
time.
have
time
the
to go.
whole season of the Burrows to watch as well too. So
Yeah, I've not seen that yet. I've got to make
my
time
wife
for
watched
that
and she
at some
said it
point.
was really good. So
Mhm.
you guys see Too Loud is not here. He actually has already left for the trip ahead of time. He's going, hey, Mr. Golden Fro. So Odin 3. I think I'm leaning towards Odin 3 too, because I just can't put it down, right? But like everybody's saying Thor, but I can't put my Odin down. So I'm like,
I've got the opposite problem. I just can't pick it up.
Oh no, so it's right here. It's right
I've
here.
had it for months. I mean, it's right there. It's
Yeah.
ready to go. But
Monto has
I've
like
had
3
it for
of
months, and then all sorts of
There's
other
so
things
many
come
other-
along, and I've got.
Oh.
I've
There's
also,
Same.
other
Mine's just
shiny
on a
things.
shelf.
Yeah.
these
there's other
two things
shiny
have just
things.
arrived, and just
Oh my
What you
God.
got there?
these
a
are the
sneak peek.
Vita Pro and the Vita.
Did you like them?
I've
I
just
saw your
got-
video. You were
What-
very nice.
You,
about
you know what? I think that there is there's a space for the Vita that we didn't consider because we all went, yeah, but it won't play Vita games, and that's what I'm kind of trying to explore in a review video of it. But the Vita Pro, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I want to like it, but at the same time, I love the form factor of both of them. I've got to say that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there are things that are not that much more expensive or a little bit cheaper that will kind of do everything you want. So
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
get it.
think the biggest problem with that one is we've seen it too many times. Like we've
Yeah,
seen,
yeah,
it's
we
true.
had like
True.
the T618 was everywhere for a while. Like if you've been in the hobby for a couple of years now, you're very, very familiar with that chip. So it's not really exciting the form factor wasn't really anything too crazy, and then like not being able to play Vita games, which isn't really their fault. You know, the emulators just it's still in
Sure,
early
it's just
development.
it was never going to be
Yeah.
able to play it. Let's face it.
Yeah, Aberdeen just messed up with the name. If they would have given it a different name and not leaned on the Vita thing, I think it would have been a lot better.
RGPSP,
Yeah.
and people
Yeah,
would have
something-
gone,
Yeah,
oh,
something like
actually,
that
you know,
would
that's
have
not a
been
bad idea.
great.
Yeah.
Because, you know, technically, it's more powerful than the Magni Air X,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and it's about
Yeah.
the same price.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's underpowered or anything for a particular price point or anything. So, you know.
They
Yeah.
just scrapped the name and it turned everybody off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that actually, if you're someone who was going to go for something like the Smart Pro S, the base Vita would be all right. It would cover everything you want. It plays PSP a bit better. It's, you
I
know.
agree.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think that I would probably. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I know Too Loud's about to get on a plane, and he had sent us a special message to deliver to the audience since he wasn't going to be here. So I just wanted to play that message while he was able to watch, and so we can show the love. Here's his special message. We appreciate you, brother. I just want to say, Digital Jedi is the best looking dude on Save State Podcast, and I freaking love pinto beans.
I knew it.
Do it, dude. This guy, what a rock star.
Not like this.
What a rock star. You know what?
Not like
just
this.
for everybody, let's play it again. I just want to say Digital Jedi is the best looking dude on Save State Podcast, and I freaking love pinto beans.
Yeah,
I
we all
knew
knew it.
I
He was
knew
just
it.
being a contrarian
Yeah,
for the
it's
It's
longest
out there,
time.
I
man.
knew it.
It's
Bro,
out
we
there,
love
man.
you
That's
too,
it.
man. We love you too, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you acknowledging how good look I am, man. You have a safe trip, homie.
Yeah, he was Team Black Beans for the content. That's it.
Yep. That really happened. I was there. So here's the thing about that Vita. I thought it was cool. I fell in the same camp as everybody else. I just couldn't do it because they called it a Vita. I just couldn't. And
Yeah.
I know what their intent was. Their intent was Vita means life. It's not a proprietary name to PlayStation. It's just the word Vita means life.
It's
That's
Yeah.
cap.
the same fucking size. That's why they've done it.
Like, oh, they named it that because it means life.
Yeah.
It's like that's not it.
I tried,
Alright.
man. I tried, man. All right.
Imagine this, all right? Imagine that you've got two handhelds, one that you use around the house, one that you take out with you. You want them both to be able to play roughly the same sort of stuff. So one of them is the RG Rotate and the other one is the RG Vita.
Mhm.
You just swap the SD card between them when you want to
That's really brilliant.
go on to the
Yeah,
next
that's
one.
really brilliant. Especially if Gamma comes out with a build and looked like because he had posted.
He's
something-
doing it. Isn't he?
Yeah.
He said he was.
Yeah,
working
yeah,
on it,
he-
yeah.
he-
We're running Gamma already.
Yeah, it'll
Usually
come out
that'd be very
real
cool.
soon.
Yeah.
That'd be very
The-
cool.
The thing is, like because you mentioned earlier, I would still go with the Magmi over the Vita, just because I don't like Ambernick's Android build ever. Like I've
Fair
yet
enough.
to
No,
use
it's
an-
absolutely fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. And Snapdragon. Like even though the T618 is a little bit more powerful, still I'm gonna go with the Snapdragon chip every single time.
I mean,
because of
well, then
compatibility.
there's this other thing which I'm sure Matt wanted to talk about tonight, which of course is the TRIMUI. What is it now? The TRIMUI Brick
Brick Pro?
Hammer
The Brick
Pro U,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you
Hammer
can't
Pro
put
U.
more letters onto a thing and make it worse. Apparently,
Uh-huh.
That's
So-
somebody's password.
yeah, just-
somewhere.
But I'm excited for that.
And people wonder why we're in a niche.
Yeah.
We're in names that are
Yeah.
maxing
Oh.
out the character count, and people are like,
that,
"Man, I wonder why people just it should be bigger than it is, right?" Retro
I blame
handheld
Valkyrie
stuff.
for the naming conventions, honestly.
I blame engineers. Like let normal people name it. Don't give it
Look, in that
engineering
thing,
names.
You've got Snapdragon G. I can't remember which one it is. G1 Gen
1, Gen 2,
G2 Gen 1.
Gen 2.
G2 Gen 1.
Yeah, G2 Gen
Something
1.
written down somewhere.
8
Yeah.
Gen 1 or something or whatever it is.
So this is
Yeah.
more powerful. I mean, technically, it's more powerful than the 476H because you've got the turnip drivers that you can use with it. So you'll be able to push it to do more stuff with PSP and yes.
Should be able to do some GameCube too, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a
GameCube should be
gonna be like
fine.
a
Yeah,
Retroid
some-
Classic
some
kinda-
small
kinda
bits,
deal.
but not
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna ask, isn't it the same chip as the Retro Classic?
I think so.
Or am I wrong about
Yeah,
that?
no, I think that's the
maybe.
Gen 2, I think, isn't it? Or maybe.
Okay. It's
No,
too-
it was like
yeah.
I think it was like the G1, G2, G3 kind of deal.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is that the Classic was like very soft. It was very solid because it did
very
like
good.
a decent amount of GameCube and PS2, which was completely unexpected. And this
People-
is like pretty much that with analog sticks,
Yeah, people
Yeah.
were surprised because
And,
the form
and you've
factor.
got that with
right?
you've got that with obviously Snapdragon. And the problem with all of the Mali
Yeah.
GPUs, of course, is that nothing is built for it anymore. Everyone who's developing
Yep.
emulators is developing it with Snapdragon in mind, and of course that means that you've got more performance, even if you've got a technically slightly lighter chip.
Yeah. It's the
G2
winning
Gen
team
1
mindset.
says Michael Benny
It's-
was absolutely right. Yes, less powerful than the 865, more powerful than the
Mhm.
T6.
Yeah.
18.
And you
Is
don't
that
with,
Yeah.
with,
18 and the-
yeah, with these games, you don't really need a powerful GPU anyway. Like as long as you have a good CPU and compatibility
Mhm.
for the GPU, you're set. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
or at least for what these are going to be playing. Like once you try to get into more of Switch, even 3DS, it changes. But up to GameCube and PS2, like as long as you have a good CPU on there, you're pretty much set.
I've also noticed that 3DS is surprisingly well optimized for like mid range and like this kind of range actually. Like
It
you
is
can-
now. Like
Yeah, these days, like you can get 1x resolution on a surprising amount of handhelds. If like especially with the async shaders and shader caching, like these emulators are actually like really been stepping up their game over the last year. So I would,
try to play
I like
Monster Hunter or
Yes.
Luigi's Mansion 2 and you'll be good. Like there's some
Yeah,
troublesome
yeah,
games,
exactly.
but
If
like
If
If you
like
push
the
it onto
heavy
that
hitters.
much harder
Yeah.
stuff, you're not going
It's
to
the-
play Shadow of the Colossus on it, but you know,
Right, it's the
you'll
Shadow of
get
the
a good
Colossus. It's the Breath of the Wild at full
Yeah.
frame rate kind of
Sly Cooper,
mindset.
that kind of thing.
Like
It's-
tamper your expectations and you'll enjoy it.
But I mean, that was the same with the 476H as well. But just with this, you'll be able to
Right.
get a bit more of that catalog running, and that's exciting. And a
Yeah.
vertical form factor as well, which we don't see enough of, I think.
I think that's where Ambernic it really like that's what they do best when they're dealing with the 4x3 handhelds, when they're really focusing
Yeah.
on like that retro experience, like D-pad focused. That's where they're golden. Even that screen they're using right now, that the 4.7-inch screen with 120 hertz, great for classic games. It's when they try to go more into that 16:9, more of that like higher end Android builds
This
that they
thing-
always mess it up. That's my favorite thing
Absolutely brilliant.
they've done. Yeah,
I
love
mean,
it.
I bought this. This is how good I thought it was
Same,
because
yeah.
I don't buy many of these things because I don't use many of them. You know, you only need one or two. But I went out and bought that because I thought that is something special. That's what,
Yeah.
what I wanted.
So a couple of different things. The first thing that stood out to me about this is that it said a 3.95-inch IPS, so it's not an OLED, but it looks
Not
like it's.
OLED.
At first, I thought it was the same screen that was in the classic, so I got really excited about it, but it's not. Right, so I'm curious to see. It's a 60 hertz screen. It's got, what is that? 1024 by 768. So it's pretty high resolution. I mean, it's not OLED though.
Yeah, it's 324 pixels per inch, which
Okay, so-
is, I mean, Retina, or what they used to call Retina, is 300 pixels per inch. And
Right.
if
It's
good
solid.
print is 300 pixels per inch, you're not going to see the
Mhm.
pixels. That's the
Right.
thing.
So that's a
Sharp.
positive. Chipset, like, I think it was Jay Powell that said it doesn't have a lot of driver support, but it's pretty functional. I mean, it's the classic. I mean, I wouldn't do it because I'm not crazy, but too loud was playing Switch with the classic. You know what I
I
mean?
was too. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
So,
The smaller titles, definitely. Things like
Yeah.
Short Hike and stuff
Yeah.
like that. If
Yeah.
if
Got the
that's your
Snapdragon
wheelhouse,
buff.
you're
Yeah.
going to love it.
so
Like, it's the
there's
Snapdragon
potential.
buff. Like,
Yeah,
you got it. You got it there. Yeah.
So my biggest concern is that I think the Pro U only comes in metal, and that
Hey, I don't like that.
Yes, it
that
does.
boy's
It
gonna
does.
be heavy.
I'll take it. I'll
Yeah.
take it, bro. Give me that.
I think it's
You
gonna
guys
be
just
heavy.
send 'em my
I
way.
didn't like the regular hammer because it was beautiful, but it was just too heavy for what it was.
Mhm.
And actually,
It is. It's a
the-
little too heavy.
There's a good argument that you're not going to like this one either. And then
Well, I'm gonna
with
buy it 'cause
the
I'm a chump.
non-Pro U version of this, they've gone right back to it's essentially the same as the brick with sticks.
yeah,
The
A1
stick hammer, that's what they should
yeah.
call it.
Now,
Stick
I
hammer.
guess-
Stick
Oh,
hammer.
yo!
Stick hammer.
I love that.
Thank you.
I
Brick
don't
stick
know.
hammer.
Is the
The
regular one
stick
going to be
hammer.
running Android, or is it going to go back to their stock?
Regular one is still Linux. The new one is Android, but the the
Yeah.
the Brick Pro is still Linux.
And interesting, like Michael Ben even pointed out why the A133P when the TRIMUI Smart Pro S had the A523, which is
I said that to somebody earlier. Yeah, it's exactly right. Why can't they just push it that little bit further? Maybe there's a reason, but I don't know.
But probably the use
Maybe it's
case,
just the
because I mean,
cost.
you know what I mean. You're not going to do anything beyond. I don't see. For me, I wouldn't use this for 16:9 content. So you know, I would
No. But yeah, I mean, Dreamcast and N64 and Sega
with the
Saturn as well. You know,
A133,
Yeah,
there
I
is
guess. Yeah, that's true.
reason to.
Why
push it.
would you give an A133P like sticks with this screen? It's just a
That's a good point.
short-sighted combo for the regular.
Yeah.
Pro.
It's always a toss-up, isn't it? Between, you know, do you cater to what you're mostly going to be playing with the console, or the odd time that you're going to want dual sticks on a handheld like this when you're playing something like Ape Escape?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which, by the way, is I hate that game. I've always been terrible about it. I've always been terrible about it, and it's just I don't know. And I'm not.
Yeah. The thing is,
yeah.
the business model for these type of devices, it's not about giving you a full experience. It's
Right.
about giving you just enough so you're gonna want the next best thing, because that's
Carrot on the
how they're always
stick.
gonna get. Exactly, they're always gonna get you with that. So you can look at the TRIMUI Brick Pro, horrible name, and be like, okay, I can buy this thing, or I can spend a little bit more and get this better one.
And get this one.
Going to have some other issues, and then in a couple months we're going to see the next one, which or probably a plastic version, and they just keep on going like that
Right.
over and over and over again.
There is a marketing thing behind that. If
Yeah.
you show people 3 different products, the chances are they'll go for the middle one.
Yeah.
Because the middle one is usually a balance between the two.
Now I gotta say that the Pro U, the fact that they're putting a Snapdragon in there gives me hope that it will at least be a competent handheld. Because with something like an A133P, this is something that we've seen time and time again. It is an old and dusty chipset. Like
They probably got it cheap.
yeah, and I think that if it's the right price, that's another thing is we don't know the price that they're gonna charge for this. And with
I
someone
was
like
wondering, I think it's still going to be, because it's a metal body. So
Yeah, it's
You've
going to be
still
expensive.
got that metal tax. If you could look between the brick and the brick hammer, that's like $40 worth of metal tax that you've put on that
Yes.
in order to
Well,
buy it.
it's why
And
Ambernick
I still
isn't
think it's
doing
going to
as
be
many.
around $200.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Ambernick's not doing as many metal devices, because they've said it before.
Yeah.
It's way more expensive to make this, so they only pick like specific ones that they can do that with.
And in addition to that, TRIMUI, from what I know, has never done a Snapdragon chip before. So this is a new deal. This is a new avenue for them, and that means new cost. Like this is they're not getting the classic deal. They're not getting a quick handshake deal. This is a new thing for them. So yeah, 200 sounds about right.
I mean, if this pays off for them, this is this generation's version of the Retro Pocket Classic.
Right.
And I've
Wait,
just looked it up. The Retro Pocket Classic is the G1 Gen 2, and this is the G2 Gen 1. So there is quite a big jump up between the two.
How much is the classic up to now? Like 160?
150.
It's not being sold.
150?
Yeah, 150.
Well, before
selling
it
it.
was
Yeah.
like they get bumped up to like, and how
150.
like this is
150.
I
Yeah,
feel
but
like this is
wasn't
gonna be
that
around
for
200
a
bucks.
higher
Yeah.
RAM version, which they've stopped doing now? Because it's 6 gig now, isn't it?
Yeah, they only
I-
offer
Oh, no,
6
yeah.
sorry,
gig.
there's a
They
4
only
gig
offer
version.
6
Sorry,
gig.
no.
Yeah.
4K, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
they
Yeah, I
bumped
think
the price up.
200 sounds right.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
with
probably
you,
gonna be
Aish.
about 200 bucks.
So hey Kim.
Which at that point, just get a portal done.
Hey, Kim.
Yeah, dude, it's
Everybody, that's
like,
what
for that
everybody's
price,
saying.
unless you're really big into metal handhelds, which I know there's a crowd for it. Like there's people that
I
want.
love them.
Like,
I love
Yeah.
metal. I hate
Valid.
the Pixel, but other than that, I love metal handhelds. I think they're
yeah.
I love,
No.
yeah.
Montel
Pixel,
loves
I have a
Pixel.
love-hate
Pixel is
relationship.
funny.
I
So-
I
wish
love
they'd
a
sent me
relationship.
this.
The thing about the hammer.
I
is that-
wish
and
they'd
it's
sent me the
so
Silver
nice.
Rotate. I said this at the time. I'm a photographer. If you want to fuck off a photographer, send them something black to photograph.
I
It's
bought
just-
mine.
I
It
did-
is
I bought mine
so
as well,
worth
too.
it. I
Yeah.
love the silver.
As
I-
well.
I
didn't
didn't like
pull
the
the color.
color at first. When I saw pictures of it, I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know about silver. I'm a
Hey,
more of a
that,
black
no,
guy.
that's just Ambernick. Again, speaking as a photographer, they are not good at taking product photos because they
Yes,
get
correct.
the balance wrong. It's just it's
It looks
it's
bad.
infuriating. But,
So
I do have something to show you all, and since Kim's in chat, this might be a good time to do it.
oh yeah, what's that?
This is what I'm working. I've got a new video coming out in a couple of days about this. This is the mini long
Mini
pocket
Long
one.
So
Running Rocknicks.
Yep, running Rocknicks, and I talked to the
Yeah.
developer of ArcOS, and he's got a build of ArcOS that's just about.
I heard about the ArcOS ones.
Yeah.
This is really good. It's got Portmaster running on it, Pico 8, all of that sort of stuff, and it's great. I love it.
The buttons on it are excellent. The buttons and the D-pad on it are
Really?
The hardware on this is fantastic.
yes,
It
the-
really
that-
is.
that-
They
that
screwed
build
up
of
the
Spotify,
software,
whatever
but
they
for a
did
new
was-
company doing it,
yeah.
you can kind of see
really good hardware.
why
I
they
agree.
did it.
I agree.
But this with Rocknicks on makes a big
Mhm.
difference.
I actually sent mine to the developer of ArcOS because I have that
Oh, nice.
magenta color and I want the white one, so I sent him that one and ordered
Right.
that one. Yeah. So,
And that's the
super dope.
Rock Chip RK3566, right?
Yep.
Oh yes, nothing we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And in fact, this is why it's not taken very long to
Mhm.
do it, because
Mhm.
you know we
Super
know
dope.
this chipset. Everyone's been using it for years.
Mhm.
Damn, so it's solid hardware. Do we know
Yeah.
if like this is their first handheld, right?
Very first one. They've got to be from somewhere else.
They've
They're
got to
waiting.
be from somewhere. It's
Yeah.
got to be a
It's
super.
too
It's got to
good
be a
not to be.
super group.
But talking about it on the video
it's
that I made about
famous
it.
artists. They
Mhm.
come together.
I was talking about it on the video that they made about it. The screen that they've got is just the perfect screen. If you're a retro gamer, it's the right size. It integer scales to the right systems that you'd want. You know, they really well thought out. And they haven't just gone and put a second stick on it for no apparent reason. It's there.
Yeah, maybe this is why Pal Kitty hasn't been making handhelds. Their whole team left.
dude.
You never
to make
know. You
something
never know.
relevant now.
No,
Mm.
no, I'm gonna lie. Ice, you know, I'm
They
a Pal
spread
Kitty
the
fan.
ashes.
I'm
Yeah.
a Pal
The
Kitty
death
fan.
of Pal
That
Kitty.
mini long is better than most of the Pal Kitties, bro.
I
I'm not
know.
gonna lie, dude. This thing is not great.
It's not.
the-
Yeah.
my review is
Ugh.
coming. It's just will be out
That is-
Saturday for it. This
That's
is
that
the
new one, right? The rebrand.
The
It's new.
P36S. This
Yeah.
This is a game console. This is an R36 in a
They're new.
in the Arcade 2023 show. Everything about it is R36. Except but they have I like the mini long pocket one. I enjoyed it a lot. It's a great value. I actually recommend that over the PAM. It's a 4-inch screen. It costs less, and there's no screen ghosting.
So if
And-
they made a mini
Yeah,
long,
that's
are they
true.
going to make a big long?
I hope so.
Well,
And this
long is
not that
is
kind of
is
show, bro.
Chinese dragon. That's where
Yes,
the
yes.
name
Yeah.
comes from. So
Um,
they have to make a.
So somebody said a couple different things here. We miss. I want to give a shout out to the live chat because there's a bunch of people here. We all just started going to town, and we got just the whole crew is here today. We got Kim from Retro Fun Tech, Mr. Michael Benny. We got AG. I never want to say his name because I'm afraid I'm going to butcher it wrong. Is it Ajika Mike? Is that it? I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it AGIKA Mike? I never know. You see his name, Ajika Mike? And he's here every week, so I want to give the guy
Hey,
some love.
Mike.
And Derek the Menace is here. Hans Stern is here. Thank you guys for supporting us, man. We appreciate you guys showing up and coming to talk to us every week. So speaking of hardware, first off about the hammer. The brick hammer was wasn't it only like $15 more than the original brick? Or something like that.
No, the original brick was something like $60, and then
And
the
the
brick hammer
hammer
was something like
and-
100.
The
Was it
hammer
that
was like
much? I
100.
didn't really like that.
It was
Okay.
like 90 to 100. You could get
Yeah.
bricks for like $50.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Yeah,
So
It
we'll
was
see.
up there.
We'll see
Mm.
what the price point is on that thing because they were comparing it to the classic, but the classic has an OLED, right? And so but
Classic has
And
OLED.
it's, and
This
it's a
doesn't have
good OLED too.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, it is a really good OLED as well.
It's so
But
good.
it doesn't have OLED, but it does have the higher chipset in it. It doesn't
it
have
doesn't have chipset and
the
it does
RAM.
have-
It's only got 6 gig of RAM, so
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
sort of competing with the G2 from Retroid. But
No,
The
the
analog
Retroid-
sticks
that's
are
more
the
than
analog
two
sticks
more
are a
complaint.
huge benefit, honestly.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
So we'll
unlocks
have to
like
see.
a lot.
well, it's PS2 and
yeah,
GameCube stuff, doesn't it?
So what's
For what it's going to play, even 4 gigs of RAM would have been fine.
mm,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you can get away with 4.
Aish, what's your guess on the price?
On the Pro, on that thing, I'm guessing it's going to be like $200.
All right, Steven,
Yeah, I think 200.
Monto.
200.
Yeah, I agree. Are we?
I think
Are
that's,
we all?
I think
Are
that's
we all
that's
getting
the
it at that
golden
price point?
price. If they go $201,
It's gonna be too much.
Are we?
As
I'm not
soon as
getting-
it's
yeah.
not,
No.
as soon as it's
I'm not
not
getting it,
the
period.
RP5,
Mhm.
people are going to be going, well, I
Yeah.
could just get an RP5.
Mhm.
That's-
Yeah.
Where does that chipset place against the 865 that's an RP5?
It's
think it's a little less
not as good,
powerful.
nowhere near as
Yeah.
good, actually.
Really? Okay.
It's
I didn't
kind of
know.
in between that and the RP Classic.
Okay. So it's more powerful than the Classic, less powerful than the 5. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Fair enough.
TRIMUI Reaper.
He said $250. That's
No, that's too much. Like, yeah.
People won't
I
buy
don't,
it.
I don't think
You
I
can
don't
get a
think they're-
Thor light for 240. No
Yeah.
one's gonna buy it.
Yeah. and
Yeah,
Very true.
no,
That is
it would.
very
Yeah, there's no way. Dead
I
on
mean,
arrival.
$250.
The
You're.
base
what
Portal
are you
is
like?
going for
15
$250
bucks,
at the
20
moment.
bucks
It's
away
just not
from
gonna-
from RP6 territory at that point, right? So,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or I mean, yeah. I mean, for $250, well, actually, I
They
was gonna
can't.
say,
They can't cross that 200 threshold. That is, it's more than just a $1 like pricing. It's a whole ethos change. Like it's a
Yeah.
whole different
It's
territory.
it's a threshold price. I've talked
Yeah.
about threshold pricing on my channel. So $100, why everyone tries to get stuff under $100, is a threshold price because people will spend $100 on stuff. It's kind of like spending it on a night out. It's not pocket money; it's just a bit more, but it's affordable. $200 is the next threshold price, and then $500 is the one after that. So that's why you can have some stuff around the $200 to $500 mark, and people can argue about whether it's worth it or not. But generally, people will buy the stuff. But as soon as it goes under that threshold, if you start to creep up to the top, you've got to have a really good reason to do it because you're suddenly competing with stuff that is a lot more powerful, and people will just go, "Yeah, but I'll pay the extra $50."
Yeah.
I think that depends. So, like when you're looking at this thing at $200, if it's $200, you start entering to the realm of considering it compared to something like the 477V, right? Which, as we know, has Derek the Menace's favorite chipset, the Dimensity 8300 in it, and it's a significantly more powerful device. And I think on
And
sale,
it is
sometimes
it's
you can get it for like
significantly more
$220.
powerful.
Yeah.
Again, the Dimensity
I hate
chip in it is
Dimensity,
much more
bro.
powerful. hey, yeah, no, I completely
you know what?
understand why. I've been using it a lot.
I
but
feel like I'm
still,
arm wrestling the
still more
chipset every time I try and use
No,
it.
they've gotten a lot better. Like ever
Okay.
since the D1200, like Dimensity, like once you get to like higher end, or what's the one that's used right now, the 8300?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they've actually been. I've had games where if I'm on like the Odin, like the Portal, what game was it? Jack and Daxter 3. I was having some weird graphical issues that I had to go and make some tweaks. Whereas when I was using, which handle was I using? I think it was the 577 or one of those.
Yeah, 557 with the
Loaded it right
8300.
up. It had no issues and it was running great.
Yeah.
So
Got
I
brute
told-
force.
PS3
Yeah,
was
well,
Well, that's it. It
spectacular
does
on
have
that chip.
brute
Yep.
force stuff, but at the same time, then it's the trade-off between a lot of things will just have graphical issues because the drivers aren't quite there. So you know which one to use. Smart person to buy them all, probably through my affiliate link.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'll still take Snapdragon over it any day, like easy choice. But
Yeah.
just to be fair, like Dimensity has put out a couple chips that are
There's
well,
redeeming qualities.
there's
to
a few handhelds with those chips
Yeah.
that are a little bit better than what I would say.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Speaking of hardware, so I'm going to jump into some hardware rumors because I thought it was just super cool. I have no idea if this is true. It was just an article I read. It's a rumor. It's from Time Extension, which is one of my favorite nerd sites. So an employee of this company saw some pricing quotes that their company is getting from a company that has been known affiliated with Sega for parts that looks like parts for a handheld. Okay, this is freaking reaching here, but I saw it. I'm like, this is cool. We got to talk about this because like they're asking for quotes for parts for like, that fit around they're saying a low cost handheld, low power ARM chipset, 5-inch OLED screen, removable game cartridges, no mention of 3D acceleration, references being a design for modern 2D titles and pixel art presentation. I said, how freaking cool is that if we get a modern day Game Gear or something like that?
Would be really cool with a 5-inch screen as well.
Yes. I thought, and this is kind of like, I know this is way out there, and it's like I said, it's a rumor mill, but I was really excited about this. And I'm kind of like, I hope Sega gets back into hardware. I miss that kind of stuff. I mean, would it be like their stuff, or you think removable cartridge, like memory card or cartridge, or
Like Evercade, presumably.
that's kind of what I was
Yeah,
thinking too.
they
Like
would have
collection that
to
they put
tackle
out.
that niche.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something that would play their original stuff too. I thought it would be really cool. I hope that something like this is in the works. I'd love to see them do something like that. Or we've all heard about the rumored Dreamcast handheld for years. I would love to see something like that, like a Dreamcast handheld. That would make my day, man. I mean, that was one of my probably favorite and most underrated hand consoles of all time. If you'd ask me, this Dreamcast.
Well, we're getting the Spectrum and the C64 in October.
I saw that, the clamshell, and I'm totally gonna get the C64 one. And these guys made fun of me when we talked about it.
Have you heard about this thing? They're called retro handhelds. They play pretty much all of the Dreamcast games.
Never heard of them. No.
They play all.
He's just having technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on with that guy.
And a lot of them have
play all
analog
of them.
triggers, like pretty much all of them, dude. It's crazy. You don't even need the cartridges.
Where do I put the game?
Oh my gosh!
It's just there. Everything. It's just there.
Is this one of the ones you're talking about?
It can be if you're brave enough.
Oh gosh, if you're brave enough.
Brave the single digit frame rate storms.
Yeah,
we're struggling with PS.
Just lock in. It's fully playable according to Reddit. It's
yeah.
It's full speed.
The word I hate, like I hate this word, flawless.
Flawless.
I hate it.
And then you pinch and zoom on the frame rate. It's like 4 FPS.
Whenever I see like some random comment or somebody being like, "Oh, I have this thing and it plays it flawlessly," I'm like, shut up. I just want to shove that thing down your. I hate that word. No, it doesn't. Just stop lying. Just because you played like 3 games and they played fine doesn't mean it's gonna play PS2 flawlessly.
Flawlessly.
Frustrates me. I hate that word. Sorry, I had to get that out. It was just eating me up inside.
Okay, so this next one is also a rumor. And I thought this is interesting, especially relevant to the kind of stuff that we're looking at. So this is a rumor that the Steam Machine, have you guys seen this about the release date on the Steam Machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a reach too, right? But
it is.
Again, so we're looking at this thing. They're saying the end of this month, June 29th or sooner. And it's based on a document that somebody pulled from Steam somewhere, basically saying, and what it shows is that this product manual
enhance.
What they're showing is that this product manual here is saying it will be available, released on June 29th. And they don't know what the product manual is for. So everybody's assuming, since it's Valve, that it's a Steam Machine. So, and that's kind of where the whole thing is, but it's been kind of catching a lot of wildfire, people talking about it and stuff. So, we keep talking about the Steam Machine and what it's got, what to expect for it and what's coming out. I mean, they haven't said anything about the price. I know people are still waiting for the Steam controllers. I know Gamers Generation from Handhelds United, he was supposed to be getting his Steam controller today. I don't know. I mean, it's the same question we have every week. We know Aish is a huge Steam fan and thinks they're the best company with the most integrity in the entire world, and he's planning on getting as many as he can get his hands on. Oh yeah,
totally.
Yeah. If you're not sure, I'm to go watch his latest video.
Where I tell people not to buy this stuff because I'm the biggest fan. Yeah.
So Harry Monta, I know you said you probably weren't feeling this device, right?
The Steam Machine?
Yeah,
if it's like $1,200.
Right.
Like at that point, no. At first, I was like, it was. Trust me. I was on this. I was like everybody else when it first got announced. I'm like, hell yeah, $500-$600 machine, little box. It plays upscaled like games. It's like the perfect. It's the Goldilocks, the sweet thing to replace my PC over there in my living room. And then the hopes just kind of went down and down and down as prices went up. It's an inverse correlation. And now I'm just like, dude, if it's $1,000, $1,200, what's the point? Like a Switch 2 is $450-$500.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't really make sense if it's like extremely expensive. So
Ally X is a brand. if you
Yeah, LIX. Yeah, exactly. And you get a handheld for that price.
You get a hand-
Like you get that's the thing with the Steam Machine is it's a lockdown box. Sure, it has a lot of the Valve benefits like the seamlessly linking with the Steam controller. And it has a very like optimized Linux build that's built for like, gaming. But at the same time, like, if you can get a handheld like an Ally X, put Steam OS or whatever the Bazite is on there, then you're getting a handheld and you're getting something that you can dock to in your living room.
I mean, you can get the last year's Ally X for, I don't know, I think it's like $700 and get a dock and, like you said, install Bazite or official Steam
Was
OS
it?
and have
Isn't it
have a better-
$799 for the LIX? But isn't it only sort of like $600 for the
The Xbox
lower
Ally
spec
600.
version?
Yeah, the white one. The white one,
Yeah.
$600.
Yeah.
I have one.
I mean, they're
here,
still
and
good
they're cool.
machines. It's
They're great
whether or not
machines.
you
They're
want
great
to.
So
Get them
here's
without spending as much money as you can.
where like I would push back on that a little bit. Is like if you're in the market for a handheld, you're not in the market for a Steam Machine, and vice versa. Because if you're looking for something you can plug into your TV, yes, you can dock the Xbox Ally X, but most people have pretty big TVs. I won't
Sure.
say 4K because I know not everybody has a 4K TV, but let's go with like 4K TV. You plug that thing into a 4K TV, you're not gonna have a great experience. Like it's not gonna look the best because
Fair
you're
enough.
dealing with
Yeah.
the heavier games are upscaling to 1080p, and
Mhm.
that was the issue with the original Switch. Once you put that on, like you dock it and you put it on a big TV, it doesn't look great. So the experience is not going to be the same. Power wise, there's a big difference in what the Steam Machine is going to be able to do versus the Ally, because the Steam Machine, if you look at comparative videos, you could realistically push a lot of games to 1440p or upscaling to 1440p. And when you're upscaling games to 1440p, the picture quality is going to be a lot better than when you're trying to hit 1080p on a handheld
Mhm.
and you're docking the thing. So I don't think it's like as easy as that. But I did make this comparison in the video that I was mentioning. I was saying the Steam Deck made sense, and by extension, the Xbox Ally X makes sense because if you have a PC, you can still buy that because it'll complement it. But if you have a PC
Sure.
already, I don't feel like the Steam Machine really complements it that much, unless you're like, I just want this for my living room. But I personally think that if it's $800, which is what I'm guessing it's going to start at, that's still too expensive. I don't think it's worth it for that price, even though it's going to be able to do like all this stuff.
I think it also. I feel like okay. So I'm looking at the Steam Machine and I'm like, this is not a hardcore AAA gamers box, right? It's not. If you are a hardcore gamer and you want to play the latest COD or whatever the latest AAA title that's out is, you're probably going to have a better desktop setup to game on than this, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like for the use case, it's probably somebody like me who loves to play indies and pixel games, right? Because that's my jam. If you look at my Steam library is only like 400 games, but it's like 80% indie games because I love that stuff. So for me, taking, I don't know, a 7840U or like Mr. Steven said, I have the white Xbox Ally. I got it at open box at Best Buy for like $430. Put a dock on that thing, a $20 dock on that thing, put it on my TV. It's an indie pixel game. It's not going to upscale to 1080 or 4K anyway. It's, it's pixels. So I think it depends on your use case. So for me,
Right.
There's also the diminishing returns as well between some things. If you haven't got, I mean, not everybody has got like a 50-inch TV. If you have, I mean, mine's 43 inches. My TV's not much smaller. The difference between a 1080 picture, thank you, at least somebody got it. The difference between a 1080 picture and a 4K picture isn't that much. And in fact, a lot of people, because I come from a more sort of film background rather than games, and a lot of the times you'll see people who are, very into films who still want to get the 4K stuff, but they'll watch it in 1080 because actually it doesn't matter.
When things are moving. When
things are moving. Yeah, it makes a bit of a difference. So where the general public is going to be completely different to where gamers are, and then where hardcore gamers are is going to be different again. And I'm not entirely sure at this point if it's that much money where a Steam machine is going to fit into the market.
Yeah,
That's really the interesting thing. I'd be interested to see how well it does. I'm sure it'll sell out because it's Valve, and people who have the money will just go, yeah, I'm going to buy that. But
I would push back on that a little bit, because like we think that like, oh, Valve is going to sell, and like I'm a Steam Deck fan. It's right here next to me. I love that thing. If you look at the amount of users Valve has, and you look at how many Steam Decks sold, it didn't sell great.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's their best-selling hardware. Like their hardware doesn't, it's not doing crazy numbers. So there's at the high end, we're looking at about 6 million units sold, and they have about 147 million active users. That's 4.7% adoption rate. That's tiny, and that's on a handheld. Like I said, will complement somebody that already has a PC. When you look at the Steam machine, there's less incentive for users that already have a system to drop $800, $1,000 on it.
Exactly.
So if the Steam Deck, which
and
is
you need the controller,
loved, and there's like channels that built up a whole following because of it, only sold 6 million units. I don't think the Steam machine is going to be doing that great at that price. Now, if it was at the price that people were originally saying, like maybe $500-$600, I could see a case, for new users. Like, hey, we're trying to bring people into the Steam ecosystem that don't have a PC, so they can start getting into PC games.
It all depends on whether or not they can sell it as this is like the console. If you want to play PC games and you want a console experience, then this is it. If they can't do that for whatever reason, then it's just not going to. It's not going to hit as well with people.
Yeah, and they're not pitching it as a console. Like they've been very, they've been
pitching it as a PC, basically. As a PC that sits under your TV.
Yeah,
Who wants that? I did a review
small.
for this Kinhank thing.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
yeah,
it was like tiny.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I did a thing for this.
Yes, it was a tiny little thing.
Kinhank thing a few weeks ago, which is a little Android box which they've shoved a hard drive with and filled it with games and selling that. But I mean, there's a lot of people who would just be happy with that. So it's difficult to find out where the market is, especially if prices creep up. And I've noticed things like that new MSI clause coming out for about $2,000. The Legion Go 2 is up to $2,000. I'm sure they're going to pull the lever on that and push it up some more sooner rather than later.
I can't imagine. I don't know what idiot would spend that much money on one of those devices.
Right. And here's the thing. If we can't really use the Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X as a benchmark for like, oh, well, this is this price, because we don't know how long it's going to be that price for. Like the only reason it's costing that much, it's because they haven't adjusted their prices in the US at least. But Canada already saw a price
they haven't
raise.
in the UK either, and we tend to lag. So UK and Europe tends to lag behind price changes. So it's
Japan already got a price increase too, and then we just saw the new like anniversary model, which we were talking about the other day on Unhinged on Hills United. I think that's how they're going to correct the pricing. They're gonna. I feel like they're going to try to keep the current model at this price for as long as they can. But once the anniversary part goes out, that's going to come in to replace the current Xbox Ally, and that's going to be in the thousands. I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere around $1,400, which at that point it's not that crazy of a deal anymore. It's following the trend of everything coming in.
Yeah. There was that news article this week as well, wasn't there, about Nintendo sales have dropped by about 84%.
Yeah.
And the only reason is that Nintendo have put them prices up and people rushed to buy the console. So it's not that they've lost sales over time. They've just they've lost sales on 1 month, but they gained a lot on the previous month.
So and it's for insight on that. So we're getting a price increase on the Switch 2 in September. Nintendo their price increase started this month. So last month I was reading an article. They had lines out the door and around the buildings at retailers, people trying to get Switch 2 before the price went up. So, to go from last, like Steven said, from last month to this month, 84% drop is huge. But I mean, it's still they sold insane amounts last month before the price went up. So there's that.
And the thing is, they're only going up $50. So
and you get a game now, a game now. That's a deal, dude.
Yeah, they went up $50, but like you said, you're getting a game, and they're also dropping the price of their digital games. And the thing is, Nintendo can raise their prices, and you might be like, "Oh, the Switch is expensive," but then you look, PS5 is over $600, PS5 Pro is $900. Xbox is like nobody really wants to get an Xbox, obviously, because they're not really selling. And then you look at PC, it's crazy expensive, and all Nintendo has to do is like, "Hey guys, you saw Ocarina of Time coming, right? You want to play that, right? There's another Zelda game coming. Hey, here's 3D Mario coming. You guys forgot about Smash Bros. Like that's all they have to do, and they're going to be selling like crazy again. Like Nintendo is,
and it kind of is. That's what they seem to be doing as well. You know,
Okay.
they're
All right.
leaning
You
heavily on
guys
that
are
IP
jumping
and
all over the place
gonna
and
be popular.
stealing all my good segues.
sorry.
Get out.
So Steam Machine's dead. Go watch my
Yeah,
video, and I'll
Cut
tell you
this shit
why.
out. Let me answer this question real quick. So GoEP91 said he heard a rumor about a retro. I also heard the rumor. I'm pretty sure Monto knows more than I do. So you handle that one, brother.
Oh, I don't know too much. Come on now. I don't want to leak my sources. No, I've heard that they're working on a little something.
Yeah, we've heard that they're working on something too.
Yeah.
Again,
another
heard that there
segue
is.
that
Yeah, it's the
I've
time
heard
of
that
year
there is
for
a
them.
rumor. Yes, I've known that.
There's a
another
rumor.
segue that
The handheld company is working on a handheld.
Yeah.
No, but they should have
if-
something
if-
lined up relatively.
Yeah,
soon.
they always do about this time of
If
year.
the rumor is right, then could be very interesting, but we'll have to wait and see because it could be
Yeah.
horribly wrong. You never know, you know.
Yeah.
No, this is a pattern for them. Like if you look at their releases, usually like the main flagship releases towards the end of the year so that it comes in
Yeah.
at the start of the year. And then somewhere around summer is when we see the spinoff. We either see like a new flip or the classic or
Mhm,
something like that.
mhm.
It's kind of like that mid-year bump to their sales. It's what they always do. So they obviously they've been working on something. That's why they don't sell the classic anymore, because they're going to replace it with something like they always do. And I'd be
Wink, wink,
surprised
nudge,
if we
nudge.
don't see some new type of flip leak in the next couple of months too. It's what Retroid does.
I hope we do because like AYN, everything they touch is bangers. That the G2, I was
Mhm.
disappointed that they got rid of it so soon because it was such a great improvement over the RP5. It's performance wise, it was really good. I'm like, I'm not gonna notice it. And then I started pushing things like PS3 and higher Switch games on it, and I was like, this thing is a freaking monster. So good,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
good. So, let's see what happens. I hope they do. I hope
Yeah.
we do get something else. You know,
I don't think it's going to be a flip though. That's the only one that I don't think we're going to be seeing yet, because that would cannibalize the sales of the Thor Lite,
right?
which for a lot of people that don't know, AYN and Retroid aren't the same company. They're totally not the same company. They just
They're not
sell
the same
and use all
company,
the
you're
same
right.
price, all the same parts and chips and everything, but they're not the
Bruce
same company, right?
Bruce
Same parent
Wayne and
company.
Batman.
Yeah.
Same parent company.
Yeah, so
Different.
yeah, or
Bruce Wayne
maybe
and
we'll
Batman.
see
Good
a Flip 3
analogy.
with an HN2, but only one screen. That I could
Yeah.
see if they do another
Yeah.
flip, but don't. I
And that
wouldn't
would be
expect
on
like a
par
dual
with
screen.
what they've done, right? So,
Yeah.
which makes sense. But I mean, I don't know. I'm curious to see.
Mhm.
The next segue before Aish steals it was that Mike had said, honestly, I want them to come out and see what speculation topic might be, probably Project Helix. I don't know if Mike's psychic or not, or if he's just talking to Ace, stealing my segues.
Sorry.
But so interesting enough. So Asher Sharma and the team at Xbox has said that they are reevaluating the next generation console, which is Project Helix, amid the cost concerns.
Yeah.
So, she's everything that she's done. So she was taking a lot of shots when she took over, right? Her Xbox Live account is doctored and this and that, and she's here to sunset it because she's sunset it, and they're gonna do AI stuff, and she's not done any of that. She did manage to lower the price of Game Pass. It was a couple bucks, but she took the initiative. She did it. She said Game Pass is too expensive. Now she's saying we need to reevaluate Project Helix because it's too expensive and it needs to be more like a console. So I'm curious where this goes. I really, especially like on the heels of the Steam Machine thing, I think if Project Helix is a pre-made handheld or a pre-made desktop PC that's a Microsoft thing, I think it's gonna be too expensive. And I think it's gonna kill the Xbox brand. I think there needs to be a console. I think they need to go back to exclusives. Like, I know that they announced Gears of War E-Day, which is going to be an exclusive. I think they need more of that. I think they need Halo. I think they need Gears. They freaking need Fable. There's some gameplay trailer came out of Fable today. It looks super dope.
It
Yeah,
does look
dude,
really
I
good,
can't
actually.
wait for
I
that
was always a
game.
big fan of Fable.
Yeah,
It's,
Same.
Looks
It's one of
stellar.
the first games I played on the Thor.
Looks stellar.
Fable's so good. Yeah.
I want to see that. I want to see that do better than they did with Halo Infinite. I just want to see that. I want to see Fable. I want to see Gears again.
Fable Infinite.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They have the studios for
It's
it.
an MMO. It never
Yes.
ends.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Was that like 2
Oh,
years ago? They
God.
bought like 6 or 7 studios, and they've already
Yeah, they
closed
have the
half of them.
studios to do it, and
Yeah.
like if you like a while ago when I think when I first was on the podcast with you and Too Loud, we talked a little bit about Xbox, and we pretty much what I said back then is like it looks like they're trying to like basically end hardware. Like they're got rid of exclusives. Their next one's going to be super
Mhm.
expensive. Now it looks like they're trying to backtrack on that, and I think PlayStation not putting their games on PC might have a little something to do with it. Like,
Mhm.
oh, you guys aren't going to share, well, we're not going to share either. And it kind of feels like Xbox is trying to be like, no, we want to stay in the hardware race. And the announcement of Helix makes sense. Like, how many people were realistically going to drop the $1,200-$1,300 that was probably going to cost for Project Helix? It just wasn't going to. It's not going to happen. Like, if the console hits over $1,000, most people aren't going to do it anymore.
Well, if
Mhm.
a console hits over $1,000, it's not a console anymore.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a choice between
Yeah.
do I
Yeah.
get this or a PC? You know,
Yeah.
one of the reasons why in Britain the consoles didn't take over in the same way as they did in the States is because we had things like the ZX Spectrum where people could go, well, yeah, but I can get this. It's less money, and the games are £2 a time as opposed to 40 quid for an Atari game.
That's a great point. And along those lines, my Golden Fro said E-Day looks amazing, but no shot on buying an Xbox this late in the generation, right? It used to be that like this late in the generation, they already have a second iteration that costs less, so it's worth buying it.
Uh-huh.
But now the
Mm,
price has gone up,
mm.
and it's just
Yep.
I'm curious to see what they do if they do an Xbox exclusive for E-Day, because they said come in Xbox, but they didn't say if it was going to be Game Pass or PC. I'm curious what they do with that and where they go with it. They need to make some kind of change. And this is the other article I was reading about Asha Sharma saying, you know, amidst the hardware crisis, she said herself, they need to find a way to make this more affordable.
They also gotta do better naming next gen, please. For
Yeah.
God's sake.
Series X, Series X.
When you got a Series 1X,
Oh my
Xbox
God.
One.
I mean, it
Xbox
started
S,
to go wrong when
Xbox
they
X.
called it the X Bone, and it didn't get better from there.
Xbone.
My concern is that they're going to lean into subscriptions to make it affordable, and
They might do.
I have mixed feelings about
They're
that.
already there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna they're good. I feel like they're going to lean too heavily into making this into like a Game Pass machine,
Mhm.
and that might turn off a lot of people that still want to buy their games for as much as you can possibly buy games nowadays. Can't really own them, but still not having that choice might suck. But I feel like they might come out with a null digital version that you just kind of subscribe to at a lower cost. You might even
Right.
get ads on that thing. It's Microsoft, who knows?
It's just a vertical integration. Like it would be a pretty expected for them to subsidize a console by doing that. Just make it Game Pass machine, couple $100 entry price.
It would make sense because people would buy it.
Streams
I mean,
everything.
I'm a
I mean,
huge
they
fan
tried
of
it.
some games. I would do it.
Yeah.
I would buy one. Depending on
They tried it with the S. You guys remember when that thing was going for like $250?
Yeah.
It was like dirt cheap, and that was the thing. Oh, this is the Game Pass
Yeah.
machine. You just plug it
Right.
onto your TV and stream whatever you want. Seems like they that's not what their goal with Helix. They're still trying to give you that power, but I'm curious how they're going to subsidize that cost, because if I remember correctly, they were saying something like 32 gigs of RAM, and like the GPU was going to be like 9070 XT like level performance. That's expensive. That's not something
Why do
you're
you
going to
need
be
32
getting cheap.
gigs of RAM, bro?
Dude, because
Well,
VRAM
that's what's
requirements are
in the-
getting crazy.
That's apart from the fact that it's got a newer chip in it. That's what's in the MSI Claw, the new one as well. That's got 32 gig of RAM in it, and then again pushing 2 grand.
Damn.
So,
Yep.
We'll have to see. We
There's
will
your
have
problem.
to see. We will have to see. We're talking about prices and stuff. Did you see AYN announce another price increase?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got that
stinks.
notification.
Yeah, another
Got
price.
don't
that
know what it is
Discord-
yet,
that
which is
Discord
Yeah,
ban.
they
which
haven't
meant I
said.
couldn't make a video about it. But
They haven't
it's,
said. They haven't said. That's a tough one, and it's just an impact of the market now. And I'm
I mean,
wondering.
yeah,
how much
you
more they're
can't
gonna
blame
go.
them for it, but at the same time, it really sucks especially if you've been saving up for quite a long time, because this has been around. A lot of people wanted it. A lot of people couldn't afford it. especially over Christmas and things with family and stuff. And so now they're going, well, maybe 6 months later, I go, oh no, it's more expensive. That just doesn't happen usually. Usually,
Yeah.
I
prices
can't even
drop a
tell
bit.
you the stuff that Monto made me do for the money for this thing. I can't. It was
Hey, come on,
it was
man!
not
I told
one of
you to keep quiet,
the
bud.
proud moments of my life. But
I
got
told
one.
you $20 isn't $20 anymore.
No, no,
Doesn't go as far as it used to, man.
no.
You gotta price that right.
Other news before we get into the big boy docket. Since we know how much Aish loves Linux.
Oh yeah.
Rocknix
Huge
just
Linux
hit their first like stable update in like a year, and it's freaking huge now. The biggest things that stood out to me is that it supports AYN, Retroid, and Conquer devices. I mean, like Odin 3, Portal, Conquer Pocket Fit for Rocknix. I'm like, that's freaking cool. I don't think I
Wait.
ever was on that device, but that's cool.
Did they say because I know the Agent 2 has been worked on for a while, but did they say the Elite is getting support?
They
I
already?
don't
said
think the
they-
Elite is ready yet. I think they're
Yeah,
working
that's-
on it.
They're working
Yeah.
on
But
some
the
Odin
Conquer
3.
Pocket Fit, they're talking
I
about
say, whoa.
The
G3 Gen
Yeah,
3
yeah.
model, not
Yeah.
not the Elite
That's
version.
cool.
Yeah,
but
because they've been
how
working on
cool
those
is
for a
that?
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you were able to run like
Mhm.
nightlies of those a while ago.
Yeah,
It was great.
and they have Steam integration now, which is crazy. Like Rocknix is cooking something up that
Insane.
yeah.
Insane. That might be a really good, and I haven't messed with it, but like if you have a Portal or something like that, that might be a hell of a device to put that on and play that way instead of using a game native.
Imagine getting that on the Odin 3.
Yeah.
with
So
the
not
8
yet.
Elite chip on it.
Last I saw,
What a rip.
the performance is still an issue with on Rocknix with Steam versus using something like Game Native. Like right now, you're still better off using Game
I
Native
think,
for PC
yeah,
performance.
just about.
But
But
in a
then
few
Game
months-
Native's doing some pretty good things as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're doing some
insane
they
stuff.
keep
Insane.
pushing the barrier on,
Yeah.
on it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'd have to wait and see what
Yeah,
happens.
and also
like-
I
keep
think
in mind
for
that
most
they-
people, it's the choice is make it dual boot and
Yeah.
then follow the path that ends up being the best.
Yeah.
At any
Well,
one
dual
time.
booting, that's what I was supposed to say. Dual booting is the issue because running PC games from a micro SD card is problematic.
Yeah,
You do need
it's
that
slow.
faster storage, so it won't hurt it unless you want to replace your entire OS.
It does depend on
Yeah.
which PC games you're running as well. That
Yeah,
always makes
exactly,
a bit of
Yeah,
difference.
big time.
But if you're doing something
Um,
like the Odin 3 in the near future, or already the Agent 2, like Agent 2 can run some fairly beefy PC games. Like
True.
I was playing Master Chief Collection, which I know isn't a new game, but I mean it's still a fairly demanding game.
Stellar game.
That's been running for quite a
Yeah.
while as well.
Yeah,
it's
and
on,
it
you've
runs
had to
great
have
at the
massive
Agent 3.
upgrades
It's
for
great.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Fallout
does
4
run
is another one that you can play on
Fallout
there.
4 with the
Yeah.
Pip Boy, which
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you want to get into those more quote unquote demanding games, you do want to be running off the main storage, not a micro SD card. So not there yet, but I feel like
Well-
Rocknix is getting closer.
I have Mad Max running off my SD card on the Thor.
Yeah.
And how's
but-
it? No issues?
You can do some pretty good. It's not perfect. It's slower than I'd like, but then that's a frame count thing. That's not a streaming graphics in thing. It's not bad. It's playable, definitely playable.
Are you on the
I
Android
play
side?
Fallout 4 on my.
No, on Game Native.
No, yeah,
on the
that's
micro
like
SD card.
game
Oh,
native,
sorry,
like,
yeah,
usually-
no,
yeah.
on Game Native, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
keep it with Rocknix, you're running everything from the micro SD card. So the whole operating system,
Yeah.
translation
Yeah,
layers,
you're right.
everything
Yeah.
is running through that micro SD card.
That's where it
So-
gets a little
yeah.
like you might.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a
Yeah.
toasty micro SD card. Don't pull
Yeah.
that out
Oh,
too
yeah.
quickly.
Uh,
Those things get hot. People don't
Yeah.
realize.
Mhm.
They do.
But
It's true.
Rocknix does have the option on some devices to install internally. So in the near
Yeah.
future, that might be a choice. Personally, I think I'm gonna stick to Android for my main thing because there's other things that I want to do, like on the Thor, like multitasking and all that. That it just isn't gonna be as seamless on Linux. But it is really cool what they're doing. Like on single screen devices, if you just want like pure gaming, it's
Dedicated
looking really good. Yeah, it's looking really
Mini
good.
machine.
Well, I've been
Mhm.
thinking about taking my Odin 2 Portal and putting it on there, and then because I've got the dock for that, docking it up to the TV, sticking a mouse and a thing, and then that's
Don't buy
essentially
Steam
a-
machine.
well,
Watch
yeah,
this first.
that's I can't afford a Steam machine anymore because
Yeah.
they're too damn
Yeah.
expensive. What can I do
Oh my
instead?
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Okay, so AMC here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Oh, we're getting there.
It's time for question of the day.
All right. This week's question of the day comes from Digital Jedi Gaming. And
Who's that guy?
I don't know. One sexy ass sounding dude. He's got this stellar voice. I mean, I'd pay. I just
Nobody.
okay. It's a twofold question. All right. And I know what most of you guys' answers is, so I'm gonna rig it. Okay. Pick a travel device for a long travel that's not the Thor.
No.
All three you're gonna say the Thor.
Oh, brother.
That's my answer. Pick a travel device.
Oh, brother.
That's not the Thor. And a game that you would recommend for anybody who's going on a long trip. Right. And this is a selfish question because it's for me because I'm still figuring out what I'm gonna do. Okay. So we're gonna go, Steven. Go.
477V with Kingdom Hearts on it with a custom texture pack.
Good. Dude. He doesn't play around. Oh my god! And of course,
it's what I've been playing. It's fantastic. It's really
477V. So PS3,
PS2.
Oh, PS2. And a custom texture pack. Kingdom Hearts.
Or if you want something which is slightly different, there's Ico. There's a custom texture pack for Ico as well, which looks really nice.
Oh, nice. All right, Aish.
Oh man, I'm trying to think like what would, because you took the Thor away. I was just gonna say the Thor. Yeah,
answer for everybody.
That's the perfect device. You just close it up and take it with you.
I mean, there is another sort of similar option if you really wanted to.
It's only got one screen though. I can't play 3DS games the same way.
Oh no, that only leaves you with the RGDS.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that RGDS. If I can't take that, like,
hold on. It's because of you that I have the RGDS, dude. What do you mean you're not gonna do that with the RGDS?
Because I'm not gonna. I'm not playing.
Rock Mix on it is good, but still,
it's because of your Rock
Mix.
I got RGDS, bro.
Because I'm trying to think like what game I would want to play that I'm playing right now, and like I'm not really gonna be the games I'm playing right now. I'm not gonna play on the RGDS. Like if I was playing, let's say Dragon Quest games, like if I want to play Dragon Quest 4 again or 5, I'd take the RGDS. But I've been playing like Expedition 33, so I'd probably take the LAX with SteamOS and just keep playing that.
That's actually a solid answer. But I'm dude, I couldn't get into Expedition 33. I know you guys all hate me. Should I kick myself? Because
no, kick yourself. Make me the make me the champ.
I can see why. I really, really like the game, but I can see why it wouldn't be for everybody. Especially if you're like, because you have to be really on top of timing things, and it can, if you're just trying to relax, it might not be the best game for that.
Yeah.
So Michael Benny,
Also
I think
French.
is trying to, I think he was trying to get me because I love everybody loves the mini flip, but Super Metroid, that's like my all-time favorite video game. So shout out to Michael Benny.
13 hours on this.
Oh yeah, insane. Insane. Stephen Derek the Menace is pointing out that your 477V has a doo-doo mentity in it.
Doo-doo mentity.
He's
It does have the doo-doo mentity, but it does also play stuff really well. So,
Oh god. So Hans turns on.
Plus, you can get Gamma on it too. It's not
very true.
To use stock.
Hans turns telling me to play Expedition 33 in story mode. He says it's stupid easy. So
you could just watch somebody else playing it on YouTube.
Yeah. No,
like I would actually say story mode might be a good way to go because the story really does hold up. Like it's one of those games where if you just want to jump on for the story, you'll enjoy it and you'll have a good time. It's making it easy isn't going to take away from the game.
Fair enough. What about
Video
you?
game journalist mode. That's what you're
Mhm.
going to play.
Yeah, game journalist mode. So I don't have an x86 handheld, but if I did, I would
Doesn't
probably.
have to be x86. Anything.
Well, then I would say Expedition 33, but I mean that's out of the equation. So I would, okay. Here's a little cheat code, right? Maybe get something like something like a Retroid Pocket 6 or something with like an 8 Gen 2, maybe a Portal if you want the bigger screen. I don't have one, but get yourself some glasses, some AR glasses. Put them on, immerse yourself in the game, and play a fuck ton of indie games, dude. Just get in there, just play some games. Just play a bunch of different games. Easy Delivery Co is a vibe in those glasses. I would personally be running some Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizers and Ship of Harkinian with some custom texture packs to make it look like a 3DS.
Note. It's unbelievable.
And then I would also,
I knew that was coming.
And then I would
Yeah.
I would also probably, once I got frustrated with that, then I would probably hop into Majora's Mask for a bit, and then I would probably be like, this game is confusing, and then I go back to Ocarina of Time. But
Greatest game ever made for a reason.
it's so good. That's why everybody's hyped for the remake. Come on now.
Exactly.
That's true.
So,
But we all know the
I'll tell
real
you what,
answer is the Thor, though.
The Thor, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
But
these are
yes,
all
The real answer.
these are all because
Like
Thor is
Monto,
not.
I don't
Yeah.
have an x86 handheld either, but if I did, I've just started playing Indiana Jones, the
Golden
new
Circle.
one. And yeah, it's really good. The opening, the tutorial
good.
is the
Very
opening of I can never remember what it is. Raiders of the Lost Ark. And you play through that bit where he's going through the tunnel and he's got to pick that, and it's just such a great idea. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that. So
I almost
probably
said
do
the
that.
Switch 2, but and it sounded like Xenoblade Chronicles or something like that. But yeah, probably x86. I feel like you would be happier with x86.
So I thought about bringing the Switch 2 with me, but
Yeah, for a long flight.
my 12-year-old who's a bully was like, "You're not taking my Switch." I'm like, okay. All right, fair enough.
So you've got to
That's
play
fine,
something which is better than whatever they've got on the Switch, and then they'll get jealous.
Yeah,
That's how it works, right?
No, he'll just take that from me too.
Um,
Okay,
Oh,
so
Hogwarts on the Odin. If you haven't done it,
well,
it's good
Hogwarts
fun.
is on my list of things to play. So first off, I think Monto, his answer, he catered that specifically for me because he knows that's exactly what my plan was: is to take my Odin 3 with my XR glasses and play indie games on Game Native. So I don't think he actually answered the question. I think he tried to set me up there. But
We're on the same wavelength, dude. I saw the light. I have Generation 1 X-Real glasses back when they were N-Real. So I have the
wow.
N-Real branded glasses, and I was using those on a trip a few months ago. I was playing Easy Delivery Co. and I was like, yo, this heals my soul right now.
It's a
okay,
great way to play.
Just driving a truck. in the
follow-up
snow.
question. If I, for some strange reason, take the Thor with me, what 3DS game should I play? Okay, so I finished Samus Returns. If you guys have, I've probably heard you guys have probably heard me say this. I missed 3DS and DS because at that point in time we were starting a family and work and stuff. So I missed that both of those catalogs.
Same. I was
The
late
same,
on those.
just not
Yeah.
the right age for it. Yeah.
Yep. So when I got the
Oh,
Thor,
jolly
that
damn.
was a whole catalog of stuff that I never touched. So I finished Kid Icarus, I finished Captain Toad, and I finished Samus Returns.
Samus Returns is great. A little longer than I liked, but it was really good.
Mhm.
That drill robot thing pisses me off though.
Oh yeah, that was a pain. That was a pain in the ass.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, great game. I love that one. For 3DS, when's the last time you played Ocarina of Time?
It's a great way to play it.
A long time ago.
It's a really
So
good way to play it.
with it for 3DS, because what you can do is get the Henrico Magnifico like HD textures for Ocarina of Time, and
Oh, nice.
there's a mod to add camera control to the right stick, which great way to play the game, especially if you're going to want to play the remake, because we'll talk about that a little bit, but they're going to change stuff, I'm sure of it. There's that Mario 3D Land is really, really good too. Is another one that I love, especially like that last level is one of the best Mario levels I've ever played. It's a
3D
great
Land.
one.
That's the one with the cat outfit, cat suit, right?
That's
Yeah, it's the
3D
one with
World.
Jeeves. It's the one with
Yeah.
Jeeves in it.
Okay.
That's 3D World. That's on the
Okay.
Wii U and Switch. 3D Land is the 3DS game. You get a Tanuki suit in that one, and you don't really need the 3D to play the game. It works just fine, but it's just a really fun, like almost 2.5D Mario game. One of my favorite games
Yeah.
on there too is there's both like Pushmo and Bye Bye Box Boy are really fun like puzzle games for 3DS.
Like
And if
Box
you
Boy,
want to,
Box Girl type thing.
yeah,
Okay.
no,
Because
it
I
started
love
on
that
the
Switch. I love
yeah, it
that.
started on 3DS. And there's a few. There's Bye Bye Box Boy, Bye Bye Box Girl. There's like 3DS games on there.
I heard Pushmo is like super underrated from what
You
I've heard.
Pushmo is so much fun. That's another one that's
I
really
gotta
really
try
fun.
it.
If you want
seeing
RPGs,
what I
there's
got
a
on here.
buttload of RPGs on the 3DS too.
Yeah.
It just
Mhm.
depends what you want to play. Like the 3DS library is really really good. It's just a lot of people. If you didn't play a 3DS, it was hard to get into because of the dual screens. But Thor fixes that.
So, Joey from Joey's Retro Handhelds was on last week, and that was the same thing. He said the 3DS is probably his favorite catalog outside of like GBA. He said it's such a big,
Dude,
huge, underrated
it's
catalog.
so good. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Steven, what about you? You have any 3DS gems that you like?
Oh, okay. 3DS gems. Boulder Dash. It's a thing you can pick up and just play for half an hour or something like that. But
Boulder Dash,
it's
okay.
yeah. Actually the DS version is a lot better in many respects. There's a 3D version of it, a 3DS version of it as well, and it's simple game. I remember it from back in the C64 days, and yeah, it's still a lot of fun. It's still something you can
Wait, the
pick up and
C64
play a lot.
days.
Yeah.
Am I not the oldest dude on the panel anymore?
How old are you?
Old enough to remember C64.
Okay.
I don't reference it.
I think we've had this similar conversation last time I was on. We're about the same age.
You old motherfucker.
I'm
50.
47.
Oh shit. Okay.
Matt's got the
Oh, dude,
throne.
Fantasy
Matt's got
Life.
the
Fantasy
throne.
Life is another one.
What's that?
Yeah. I got Fantasy
Fan-
Life on here.
Yeah, Fantasy Life is so much fun. So
What
it's
is
a
that?
3DS. It's a 3DS game where you pretty much pick the job you want to start your character. Like you can be a wizard, you can be a paladin, which is like a knight. You can be a woodsman, which you just go around cutting trees, a farmer, stuff like that, and you just pretty much live out your life as that and explore the whole world. And you can go back and change your class whenever you want to. Let's say you've been a wizard for a few hours and you're like, you know what, I want to change things. You can save everything you've done and go to like the Paladins Guild and switch your job class while you're, and it's still like a fantasy. There's still a story attached to it, but it's also like a game that you can just kind of hang out and live in that little world if you want to. It's a lot of fun. You can
dope.
easily get lost and put in like 100 hours in that game.
That's awesome. I gotta keep note of all these. Side note, what is that?
You ever
Oh,
played
nice.
Cave Story?
Oh, dude, Cave Story.
Cave Story is good.
Dude,
I
the
haven't
Fire
played
Emblem
I haven't
games,
played it on the
there's-
3DS, but
Oh,
Fire
Cave
Emblem
Cave
games.
Story,
Isn't
yeah.
SteamWorld
Yeah.
on there as well?
Yeah,
Yep.
SteamWorld, SteamWorld Dig 1 and 2 are on there.
Those are
SteamWorld
good.
Heist is another one if you want to play like an XCOM style.
Love those SteamWorld games. Yeah.
What else was on there? With what Selfish said, like you don't need both screens, but there's games like Samus Returns where some of the controls are attached to that second screen,
Mhm.
and it's just kind of annoying having to switch back and forth. Or if you do the thing where you have like one bigger than the other, I never really liked it because I have a bunch of dead space, so it's just a preference thing. But technically, if you just take like the Odin 3, you can still play all of those games and it's fine.
Mm.
You know what I tried, and I can't remember what it was. What was the? I think it was a DS game, Monto, a DS Metro game you got me to play. Was
Metroid
it
Prime
Hunter?
Hunters?
And I didn't
First
like.
person?
Yeah, I didn't like that you had to use the touchscreen to
Yeah, to move around.
control and move and jump, and I'm like, this is
Use
I
your
didn't like
thumb.
this.
Use it
Yeah,
like a
I-
joystick. Use it like a.
I-
thumb.
That's the
did
thing
not
with like the DS, like first person shooters. Like Call of Duty had the same thing where
Yeah.
you have to like move around with the
Mhm.
D-pad.
I
and
grew up
point.
with it, so that's all I
Yeah.
knew.
I
Mm.
could
I was a
never
pro.
really get it. With
hated it.
like the DS Lite. It's not that bad because it's so small and light that it's not a problem. But when you have like a bigger device, it's
Yeah.
kind of annoying to try to do that.
Yes.
I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
So
I
two
didn't
things.
mention Pokemon because you don't like Pokemon, but that's obviously another one
Yep.
that you can.
Two things. Stephen
Man.
Kim from Retro Fun Tech messaged me and pointed out that you are old, and just putting it out there. And I'm just telling you. And she messaged me
Breaking news.
See,
Yeah.
I'm fine with it because whenever I tell people what my age is, somebody somewhere goes, "No, you're not."
He's gonna grab his hat and
like
like move it sideways now because he's not the oldest one anymore.
I just lost my train of thought. It screwed me. I forgot everything I was saying there. I don't even remember what we're talking. But the second thing was, there was a 3DS game, and I can't remember the name of it. And it was a fun one where you like have sushi dishes, and you have to like stack them up, and then you throw them at the guy across the screen from you. Oh,
Isn't it like it's not the Fruit Ninja, but it's like sushi? Wait, yeah, I know what game you're talking about.
No, I know what you
Sushi
mean.
Stacker or something. And the other one was Rhythm Heaven, which was a lot of fun.
Sushi Striker: The Way of Sushido.
That was fun.
Yeah,
it's
Sushi
hard.
Striker, yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I hate rhythm games. I detest rhythm games.
The
You
Rhythm
got a
Heaven
guitar
one,
right
yeah.
behind you, dude.
I play guitar. That's why I don't like rhythm games because I spent
I know what
years
real
learning how
music
to play
is.
rhythm guitar properly, and it's because you don't do it on the rhythm. That's the thing. The
Yeah.
bass and the drums do that. That's
Too
There
fun.
are a
to play
couple
a rhythm game, and I've
cool-
been no, but hang on, that's not how that goes.
Yeah. There's a cool Final Fantasy rhythm game on there. Final Fantasy Tetrium Final Curtain, I think it's called. It's just like all the
Whoa.
Final
What the hell's
Fantasy
the name of
games.
it? On 3DS?
Final
or-
Fantasy. It's on 3DS. Let me get you the actual name of it.
Okay.
Final Fantasy Tetrium.
While he's doing that, and we're talking about all these, the 3DS and these. Did you guys watch Nintendo's Nintendo Direct? See any stuff
Unfortunately.
No,
out
I
of it?
cribbed. I cribbed.
It's
bits from it, probably.
Tetrium Final Fantasy. And
It was fine.
I can't sit up watching that stuff. I'm too old.
Oh, okay.
dude, it was
It was
one of the best
fine.
directs they've had in such a long time.
so good, right? Like,
That,
so-
yeah.
I mean, this is the stuff that we've been asking for since this. Do you all have Switch 2s?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I do.
Okay. You do? Okay. So we do too.
Collecting dust.
And the biggest complaint that we have about it is that the catalog is
User
blows.
problem.
Like the Switch came out and it was just like hit after hit after hit. You know, AAA for Nintendo or indie games and just and then the Switch 2 come out and it's just
Dude, what are you doing?
Well, it hasn't been.
Metro
let's face it.
Prime, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Pokopia, like those
and
are all
Kirby.
Kirby. Those are
Yeah.
all pretty big games.
We have every single one of those games and we burned through every single one of them here, but there's still just wanting more. I feel like we're wanting more. There was so much with the Switch when it first came out. I just feel like this is compared to that. I feel like we're wanting more.
I think part of the problem is with the Switch 2 stuff is that a lot of what's come out is stuff that we've already seen before.
Exactly.
So it's okay, yeah, but we've had that experience. I mean, I'm looking at the list there. The Kingdom Hearts games are coming out again now. That remake that they've done on them is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. It's been around for a little while now. You've got
Count
things
the
like
remakes.
SnowRunner's an old game.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Count the remakes.
Ocarina of Time's on there.
there's a ton of them.
Xenoblade's a remake, isn't it? Minecraft again.
Rayman.
Xenoblade, 3 other
Tomb
Xenoblades.
Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Fire Emblem is
Yeah,
Fire
it's a
Emblem
lot of
remake?
stuff.
Well, the Xenoblade games, they're just getting the
yeah.
Switch 2 upgrades. Like they're getting 4K 60 FPS. That's the big thing with them. The Kingdom Hearts games are going to be native games. They're not going to be streaming anymore. So I get what you guys are saying, but to be fair, like Nintendo people didn't really have these games. And there are people that just have like a Switch or now a Switch 2. Like they they didn't have a PS5 or didn't have a PC. So
Right.
I can see why people will be excited. For us, like Lies of P and those is not that exciting to see there because you're like, oh, we've had access to these games for a long time.
It's not just something that's happening with Switch, though. I mean, because I went down, Games Fest has released. Well, this week they had a thing with what's coming out, and okay, they mentioned Ocarina of Time, but then there's Resident Evil Code Veronica, which is a remake, Alien Isolation 2, which is an IP, TMN2, which is an IP, Until Dawn 2, which is a IP, Final Fantasy 7, another IP, Wolf Among Us 2. We don't seem to be getting a lot of new stuff, a lot of, hey, we've got this brand new thing that's happening, you've got to go and see it. And then recent remakes over the last, not even the last year, I don't think, we've had Fatal Flame 2, Xenoblade X, Dragon's Quest 1 and 2, Metal Gear Solid Delta, House of the Dead 2, Silent Hill 2, Gothic 1's just come out, which again, very good. It's not that I don't like them, but it's a lot of the same sort of stuff. Thief, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Halo Campaign Revolved, Tomb Raider Legacy. It's a lot of stuff that we have already seen. And at some level, people are just going to go, I don't know that I want to spend more money on the same experience.
So I'm going to address that because Selfish said the same thing you said. But Nintendo is the best company at making you buy the same games over and over and over again. Nobody even comes close.
Having owned Nintendo stuff before, I'm fully aware of that.
No one even comes close to that. So that formula's worked, and because we're chumps, because I can tell you right now, I'm that chump that I probably own. I don't know how many different devices I own Super Mario 3D Land on. Every single one of that's available. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. The other thing too is that I think part of the sentiment that I was thinking earlier was what Mike was saying about when Switch 1 launched. It was just insane with Mario and Zelda and the Pokemon and all that stuff. And we've seen some pretty amazing stuff. I think the biggest thing for Switch 2 that maybe was that we didn't see a dedicated Mario title on launch or dedicated Zelda.
Mario Odyssey was like a generational game.
Yeah. So and I think that's it right there. So
it was like the Mario 64 of the Switch. It was like, holy smokes, this is what the Switch is.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I didn't have as big of a problem with it because I really, really enjoyed Bonanza. And
Bonanza was fun. Bonanza's fun.
And if they would have done
a DLC coming out for Bonanza too.
Yeah. And if they would have done a 3D Mario around that same time, Bonanza would have not gotten the attention that it did. And if you play that game, that is one of the best games Nintendo's made in a long time. And that ending sequence is amazing. Like I love that game. But yeah, we just very used to seeing like 3D Mario and Zelda coming out with the new gen. But to be fair, even with the Switch, like Breath of the Wild wasn't a Switch game; it was a Wii U game. We just got like the Switch version. The 3D Mario game was for that one, but the Mario team this time around gave us Donkey Kong Bonanza. So I feel like that's not, of course, it's not 3D Mario, but gameplay wise, like it gave you a similar experience. Like I didn't hate the lineup, but yeah, you guys are right. It wasn't as strong as the Switch originally was, but that was also because it was fresh. It was a handheld. Like we didn't really have a mainstream device that can do what the Switch was doing.
Yeah, no, I agree. Keep talking. I just figured I'd play this in the background while you guys are talking.
That alone, that's me. Like
this was.
So I heard the rumor for this when the Switch 2 first came out, and that's why I bought a Switch 2. I'm like, I'm buying this right now because I know this is gonna get more expensive, and when this game comes out, I need to be ready. And
I feel this trailer in my bones right now.
I cannot.
My bones are vibrating.
I am so excited for this thing. Like I'm just gonna walk around with like the Triforce right here.
Yeah, dude.
So funny.
Dude, I can't wait for this.
The music, the narration. I was like, oh.
People are like tearing it apart. Like, why is Link head so big? I was like, have you guys not seen kids? They have big heads. What are you talking about? Like,
they are always disproportionate. Look around.
Yeah. Do you remember the original character model for the N64 has a huge head? What people are just nitpicking things. It's a 6-year-old kid. Like he's gonna have a noggin on him. That's normal. Yeah.
That's really
funny. This looks so good right here.
Oh yeah, dude, that's absolutely fantastic. It really does.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna rewrite things to make it fit the current lore that Zelda's going with, because in the original in the Ocarina of Time, there's no mention of Hylia. There is no Hylia. It was just the 3 golden goddess. In this trailer, they never mentioned 3 golden goddesses. They just called them supreme divinities. So I feel like they're already making changes to it. So like, okay, you're gonna get Ocarina of Time, but we're gonna make this fit where Zelda is going now. And I feel like this is gonna be a little bit of a mix of like some of the exploration that we got from the Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, but back to dungeons. Because in Tears of the Kingdom, they tried to do that a little bit where they're like, okay, we're going to give you dungeons again, but this is still Tears. I feel like this is a perfect time to course correct that. Like, all right, you guys want to explore, you want to see Hyrule, but we're going to give you a story. We're going to give you dungeons again. I'm excited for it, dude. I can't wait. That's my favorite game. Yeah. Like, Majora's Mask is awesome, but that is my favorite game. Like,
Is this the game you guys are looking forward to most for the Switch 2? Of this list?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, Steven, what would make you want to Switch 2? Is there anything here or is there anything in the Switch category that There's two
I
categories.
think
you want
a lottery win
a lottery win.
would possibly make me want to switch to
Even
some sort
with
of
the even with the
unearned income of some description.
even with the Kingdom Hearts titles.
Well, no, I like the Kingdom Hearts titles. I've already bought them before,
Fair.
3 or 4 times, and that particular remaster of them is on PC, and I'm not sure why you wouldn't get the PC version if you've got a PC. But yeah, I mean, there's stuff. I think the Xenoblade games are good fun. I would like to play Ocarina of Time, and I will probably find a friend that's got it and sit watching them play it for a while, because it does look fantastic. It's not that I don't think the games are going to be good. I point that out. There's experiences that we haven't had yet, and I would like to have some of those.
For Xenoblade, one thing to keep in mind, like the reason the Switch 2 version is such a big deal is if you played them on the Switch, the original one is probably the best looking one because it can actually hit 720p when it's docked because it's a Wii game. But everything after that, you're playing at like, and I'm sorry, Clef, if you watch this, 540p, even below that, dynamic resolution is rough. So now they're like, okay, you're going to get these games and they're going to be 1080p, 60 in handheld mode, and they're going to be 4K 60 in dock mode. Like that is huge because those are really, really good games. But it was just, it's hard to play it on the Switch knowing that, hey, I can play this so much better. But what I was going to say to this, basically like what you guys said, like, yeah, these are games that are coming out that we already saw. But again, it goes back to what I was saying. Most people aren't going to have, a PS5, a PC, a Switch, a bunch of like this. For a lot of people, the Switch is the only console they play on. So to see big games coming that you would have never expected to see on Nintendo, like Space Marine 2, like that's not a game that you would typically expect.
That's true.
There. Stellar Blade is another one, like was huge.
Well, I mean, even SnowRunner, I stream with some friends twice a week, and for ages we have been playing SnowRunner, and it is a brilliant game. It's fantastic in multiplayer because you basically just watch people turn their trucks over. It's great fun. But yeah, that's something like that I wouldn't have expected to be on not necessarily the Switch, but certainly previous versions of Nintendo stuff. It's not the sort of thing that you would think, oh, this is a Nintendo game. You see what I mean?
And I don't think it was in here, but sorry, I was just going to mention another game. Monster Hunter Wilds is another one that is going to go to the Switch, which even on PC, that's a hard game to run. So the fact that they're optimizing it to run on the Switch is pretty crazy. Yeah. So to credit to them, like they're getting the third-party support that we wanted, at least me as a Switch owner wanted to see. It's just I probably won't buy all of them there because I have a PC and a Steam Deck and all that stuff. So
and again, to be fair, like this in itself, we're seeing a lot of familiar titles, but again, in the broader scope of things, not only is the Switch 2 like kind of the only console that a lot of people have, it's kind of the only like affordable console. When you look at like other mainstream consoles too, like the PlayStation, Xbox, with the Switch 2, as we're starting to build out this like library and see these more like pretty competent titles, like pretty sizable titles that actually carry some pretty good weight. Like that just makes that $450-$500 Switch 2 like a pretty excellent like place to be, and kind of like a little bit of a beacon of hope in this time of like everything else is just becoming cripplingly expensive. At least we still have that that Switch 2 at $500 for now. We'll see in the future.
I think Nintendo is going to do everything they can to keep it around that price. Like they've been pretty good about like trying to fight that price increase on the Switch 2. Even though I think I read somewhere that they were getting pressure from like their
stockholders,
stockholders to up the price more, but they were like, no, like they're trying to stay at that, which I think is something at least credit to Nintendo. I don't really like giving them a lot of credit because they are kind of shady about some other stuff. But to be fair, like that is, it's a console that you can take with you, come home, dock it up, put it in a big TV, and it's gonna look good. And you can finally play like all the PC games that people were talking about forever. Like if you're a Nintendo person, you can finally play the Final Fantasy VII remake games. You can finally play Cyberpunk. You can see all the games that are coming out that just weren't available for you before. And they're not going to look amazing. Indiana Jones, but at least you can play them now, and it's not going to cost an arm and a leg to get into that side of gaming now.
Now I just really need somebody to jailbreak that thing, please. Come on.
Oh my
Turn
god,
it up.
They're even working on it. It's probably
gonna
gonna
be a
Come
while,
on,
man.
somebody
It's gonna
find
be a
it
while.
out.
No, it's going to be. Well, they already figured out how to boot outside of the OS. The problem is Nintendo will break that thing like that if
yeah.
anybody really tries it.
Yep. So my kids watched the direct, and they're both insanely excited about Deltarune, right? Which is like a follow-up
Yeah.
game, or it's in the same universe as
Okay.
Undertale.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm like, they were like, yeah, we can't wait. I'm like, dude, you both have played Deltarune on your PC. It goes back to Nintendo's the masses of making you buy shit that you've already bought before, right? So my kids are like, I want Deltarune Pro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So I'm excited. This is what I'm excited for, and we're big fans of this in the house. I am very much excited for this. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, it's not working. It's not working.
Pinto beans, all black beans, all black beans.
No, I'm really excited about this. We
You got it.
love, we
Oh, yeah.
absolutely love the Splatoon games, and just they're so much fun. If you've never played a Splatoon game,
They are.
you need to. And this is
They are great fun.
such a blast, and this is a single player story mode, which is really cool because sometimes, like even on Switch, just like COD, you get on these multiplayer rooms and you can hear that 7-year-old who just waxed your ass at that
Dude,
game.
That's why I stopped playing Call of Duty.
And it's ruthless,
Yeah.
man. So and the last so Splatoon 3, when it came out, they came out with later on in a single player campaign that was really good. So this is a standalone single player Splatoon game, and we're like super psyched about this. It was this is something that we're excited about.
Damn
Also-
7-year-olds will make you rage quit and be like, "How do you know
Bro.
my mom, dude? Shut up.
Yeah,
You don't know her."
yeah, right. And you're like, bro, I'm probably your dad. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? You feel bad afterwards.
Your
yeah,
mom
so-
calls me that. Shut up. You don't know her.
Oh god! So this to me looks like such a blast and so much fun. And this is like outside of like Mario and did you catch that, Monto? I did that for you.
I felt like
I said
something changed. I feel like the butterfly effect,
I
like
said
the
Mario.
timeline,
I said Mario.
just went-
Mario.
it could
Mario.
have split and you went in the right direction.
Yeah, no,
It
okay,
put
no,
us in the good timeline.
No, I didn't. It's Mario, stupid ass.
Oh, and we're
but
back. All right.
yeah,
Thanks.
so
Thanks for that.
outside of the Mario games, and there you go. I'm really excited about this. You know what else I'm really excited for? Did you guys see that they're doing another Wii Sports Resort, or it's just a Switch Sports Resort now?
Yeah, I had fun with the Wii version. After that, I was just kind of over it.
He said,
But I know
"I've
people
loved
love
the
that
Wii
game
version."
though.
This looks so cool. I'm excited about this.
No audio, please.
I'm excited about
Yeah,
this.
Nintendo's gonna put a red
Yeah.
sniper down on your forehead.
I don't know,
play
that wasn't
their
me.
audio.
That was Monto with his Mario.
Dude, so many people bought the Wii just for
Mario.
Wii Sports.
So I have a Wii here, and my kid sister was like, "Oh, hey, can you get me one of your Wiis?" I'm like, "For?" She's like, "I want to play the Wii Sports." I'm like, "No,
It's a banger.
yeah, I don't feel
Yes.
like dealing with
It's a
it." I'm
great
like,
game.
"No."
No,
So-
because I don't want a controller in the middle of the television.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
You know, it's at her house. So I mean, I got it all set up and ready, and then she's like, her TV doesn't have any composite cable input, so she has to get an adapter or something. But yeah, is this thing playing? Because it's not playing on my screen.
No, it's not. It's just
No, it's
refreshing
not.
constantly.
It looks really good.
User
Monto ruined it.
imagination.
Monto ruined it. Oh, now it's playing as soon as I stop sharing it. That's so that looks like a lot of fun. And then, did you guys see this Dust Blood game?
Yeah, isn't that like Fortnite with what's that game called?
Elden
Elden
Ring.
Ring. Yeah.
Kind of, right? That's
Fortnite,
kind of
Elden Ring.
yeah. It's like I was like,
Yeah.
is this
Elden
like
Ring
a
Fortnite.
fantasy shooter type thing? I'm like, it looks kind of wild, but I like that they're doing that. I like that they're giving us something new. You know,
Mhm.
don't be mean to Jedi. He can't. It's not his fault. And see, because Too Loud not here. Apparently, I'm the Easy person to pick on. How about the guy that can't say Mario right? How about Monto? And that is the correct right there. That's the correct.
Mario. Mario.
How do you say Mario's name, Steven?
It's a me, Mario.
How do I say it usually?
Yeah.
It's me, Mario.
See? Mario.
To be fair, Mario's from Brooklyn, so I'm pretty sure he's
Mario.
saying it right.
Yeah, see? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mario
My
was
fault,
born in
my
Brooklyn.
fault.
you know,
Mario.
Yeah.
I've had enough
Yeah.
of his bullshit. I've had
That's the
enough.
thing. He's not from the Mushroom Kingdom. He's from Brooklyn.
You heard that? He's not from the Mushroom King. He's from Brooklyn. And by the way, Monto's from Brooklyn, so I don't know why it says it wrong.
Yeah.
That's a lot of projection right here.
Losing your Guido card.
Yeah, losing your Guido card.
Yeah. I mean, where do you think Monto's from? I got that Guido card in there deep.
Oh my gosh, Matt Davis, what's up, big dog? Glad to see you stopping by to say what's up.
Chris Pratt.
So what do you guys got going on? What are you guys
True,
looking
Mario.
forward to? That we burned through all the new stuff that I had. So what do you want to talk about now?
Mr. Steven, what have you been up to? I saw your latest
I've been
video
up
was
to,
a dartboard. It was like electronic.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
that's-
that thing was
I can't
crazy.
even go and get it. It's just too fucking big.
It
When I
was
finished
enormous.
filming that video, my arms and legs were aching for a week afterwards. It's huge. I'm pointless because the darts are suction cup ones. But yeah,
It's a pointless
it's
video.
a pointless video. It's a great thing if you want darts. And somebody said, "Do you want to do this?" And I hadn't seen anybody else cover it at that point as well. So I thought, okay, that'll be fun. And then it arrived. I was expecting something which was this big and sits on your desk, and you could just throw darts at it like a desk kind of executive game. Which
I think it's the size of your torso, isn't it?
it's not a proper sized dartboard, but it's not far off. It's 128 by 128 pixels on a massive screen, and you can play Pico 8 on it. It's crazy.
That's wild.
It's ridiculous, but yeah.
Wait, did you say you could pay Pico 8 on your dartboard?
What's that
It's
chipset?
got
What's it got?
Pico 8 built into it. It's a Raspberry Pi, Raspberry Pi 4B. So it's not bad.
Dude,
There
you
we
can
go.
run like 4B.
Well, you could if you hacked it. Yeah, you could, but the screen is awful. It's perfect for Pico 8. It's great for
that is
darts. It's
square.
not so good if you wanted to run Breath of the Wild, you know?
Oh my god!
I feel like that's the dartboard Powkitty used to name their stuff. Like they're just
Yeah.
RGB.
Well,
And
the
Mac,
company behind it is called
Yeah.
Darts Nut, which I thought was probably, well, it's what happens when the darts go the wrong way, isn't it? Let's face
Yeah.
it. But it's worth taking a look at. But I personally wouldn't buy one. But it made a good video, so that's it.
So is the challenge to
That's
like
fun.
play a video game while people are throwing darts around your head?
No, it's
Yeah.
just to have a
Oh.
board that's electric. They
Mhm.
started off with another company called Chestnut, which is a much better pun,
That's
and
a great pun.
it's a fantastic pun. And they started making these
Darn that.
electronic chessboards where they're proper pieces, but they'll tot up the scores and things for you. And this is kind of the same idea. You get a set of red darts, a set of blue darts, sorry, and then you throw the darts, and the board knows which ones are red and which ones are blue, so they'll add to the score properly. Which means you can, in some games, have
That's
two
really
people throwing
freaking
at the
cool,
same
dude.
time,
That's really
and
freaking cool.
so there's a hostage game. Two people throw at the same time, and whoever kills the hostage gets the score. It's brilliant, and it's also got Nerf darts with it as well. These things have got little chips in, so you can't just go out and buy normal Nerf darts. You can buy Nerf darts as well for it, which will let you have Nerf battles at the board as well. So if you want something for your kids to use Nerf darts with after
That's fun.
they've destroyed the cat, then do that. And that's
Yeah,
what
but
it
you
is.
can't
that's fun.
accidentally
But-
stab people with it though. That's the problem.
I mean, that's the point. I mean, unless you want to commit murder, then it's a very good idea.
But that's part of the excitement, you know. You
guys
have a couple drinks and start to get a little wild. Make a couple bets you shouldn't be making.
I'll throw it this way. But you don't have
Yeah.
to do the decorating either. That's the other great thing. You can just
Dude,
throw
you said
something
about my mom.
at a wall in it.
dart nut.
So I've done that. I've got loads of stuff in, and everything I've got is lined up here in sort of the stuff that I'm looking at. So the R30, what's it called? R52 Mini is.
Is that the Mini or the Pro? You see, they have a Pro coming out with Android.
This is the Mini. The Pro is coming
I
out. But
love that color.
Oh, I think I just got an email
I
for that one.
love this. Yeah, it's really nice. Actually,
33,
the sticks aren't as good as I would have liked.
32.
Yeah, but really good for PSP. And so at some point, I want to do a video about all of these things that we've just got that are all kind of PSP styled machines. So we've got the TRIMUI Smart Pro S, we've got the Magni, we've got the Vita, and that. Which ones are good? Which ones work? Which ones don't? Which ones are kind of a good match? If that's the catalog that you really want to go for, I think that'll be an interesting video. I've got Thor stuff, and I've got Odin. I've still not done a review of the Odin 3. I've had it since February, and it's the Ultra version as well. So I really should do something with it. So yeah,
like next level I want to do nerd stuff. He's got, man. He's got all this stuff.
I want to do a thing about the Thor and playing games on it. I've got to cover the PC games on it because I haven't done that yet. I've got to cover the lossless scaling on it as well because it makes a huge difference. And I just like playing with that thing. So any excuse to make a video with that stuff on it, fantastic. And then and I'm going away in 2 weeks, so it'll all sort of fall apart when I come back. That's the idea. So yeah, there's lots to do, but at some point, I think I'll probably get 2 or 3 more videos out before I get to go, and hopefully have something for when I go away as well. That's the idea.
I love it. Let me ask you, while we're talking about the darts, what is your go-to food while you're playing darts? Because I'm a fat guy, so it always goes back to food.
I don't really play darts. I just eat the food. That was half the problem, I think.
I'm with you.
I'm
with
crisp.
Crisp?
In Britain, it's crisp. Well, chips you'd call it. I don't know, but yeah.
So what's your favorite food that's not curry? Because you're in Britain, so everything is like curry, right?
I like spaghetti. I love spaghetti Neapolitan.
Meatballs and pizza or bolognese sauce?
Neither.
Okay.
A proper Italian sauce.
The correct answer was both. He's gone.
Bye.
Oh my god.
Sent up to the shadow realm.
We'd have meatballs with gravy over here, which it's a different.
What's my favorite British food? You asked.
No. First, it was
What's your favorite British food right now?
Eel pie. I don't know.
Derek's just said spaghetti curry, and I think that might be a really good idea.
I like Heinz beans. The Heinz beans are my favorite British food.
Heinz are brilliant.
It's not British
and
food.
You can't find anything.
You can't say it's not British food. I know for a fact that it is.
I was saying I wasn't asking. The question was what's
your favorite I was like, you take a can of Heinz beans and a piece of toast. That's as British as it gets.
Off the rails and just
it's a pretty special thing,
right? I've had we in Mexico we have this thing called molletes, which is like it's just bread with beans on it, and you put a little cheese on top of it. So I feel you, man. Like I get the bread and beans love.
I love Mexican food as well, which it's not a big thing in the UK, but it's when you do get it, it's usually quite good. I mean, obviously we've got the odd Taco Bell around, but generally, if you find a restaurant that does Mexican food,
I'm not the type of Mexican that's going to get upset by somebody saying Taco Bell, but Taco Bell is their own thing. I love Taco Bell.
No, it is their own thing, but again, it's very easy to get caught into that one thing that you've got. This is Mexican food. Well, it isn't. In the same way that a lot of curry houses in the UK don't really do proper curry.
Yeah,
they do a version of curry that we've had in Britain for a long time because it's become a national dish. And a lot of the curries have been invented in the UK. So
yeah, curry is delicious. And I will, to be fair, I will do some damage with Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. Like I worked with it when I was a teenager, and it's amazing. I love Taco Bell. But if you can get some real Mexican food, give it a go.
Yeah.
What was the name of that dish again? Aish?
Beans on toast.
Beans on toast.
Oh, mollete.
Mollete. And what kind of beans is it that they use for that?
Pinto, usually pinto.
You heard that, Monto? I think
you might have set him up for a segue.
Catching
Yeah.
some strays.
You
here.
did. Here's the segue. It's a message from our sponsor. I just want to say Digital Jedi is the best looking dude on Save State Podcast, and I freaking love pinto beans.
I love that.
Too
Ah,
liar. Too lying
loud.
tech.
We love you. We love you too loud.
Hey, man, like if you're gonna make a bean and cheese burrito, pinto's the way you go. Like black beans are great. Like there's times where black beans are good, but overall, if I can only pick one bean, it's the pinto.
Look at Monto. He's ashamed of himself right now.
Humble yet strong, delicious and
ashamed of
nutritious.
himself.
Humble.
It's the pinto.
So the original question: What's your
Black
favorite
beans.
like bar food, or like if you're playing darts or pool or something like that?
Oh, my favorite bar food is something that I've actually only seen here in Mexico. It's jerky, but it's dipped in like lime and hot sauce.
That sounds effing amazing.
It is
That sounds
Effing
good.
amazing.
so good.
Monto, you?
Listen, man, I usually like a full spread of like good, solid apps, but ain't nothing like some solid Parmesan fries to just pick at while you playing darts. Something that doesn't get too messy on the fingers.
See over here,
That's what I
we
like.
call that cheesy chips.
Okay.
Cheesy chips.
What's
He knows it's
hysterical? I wish I was
Even
It's the same
prepared.
thing.
I wish I was
Cheesy
prepared and pulled up the pictures. When we were in Vegas together, I looked at Monto after one dinner. I said, I've never seen a grown, skinny ass white dude eat as much as you just ate.
It's called metabolism. Give him a couple years.
There's
Yeah,
not-
I was
there's
locked
not-
in.
Yeah.
It's gonna
we went
catch
to
up
this-
to him.
We went to this awesome freaking Mexican place, and they had like, we have this giant burritos with and the lady's like, which one do you want? He's like, yes. She's like, what? He's like, I'll take them all. He got like 2 burritos, these giant ass like California burritos, and then he's done with them and he goes back. He's like, where's my 3rd burrito? I'm hungry. I'm waiting for it.
Like there's a deal that day, so I was running it up.
Yeah, and I'm the fat
We went
guy,
to a
right?
Yo Sushi in Cheltenham, and they had an
Yeah.
all-you-can-eat thing, and they asked us to leave.
Oh,
Couldn't do it anymore.
All
true.
you can eat,
There was-
unless
There
you're
was a bunch of
Steven.
us. There was a bunch of us, but they don't actually do that
Yeah.
anymore. So
Are you familiar with
You're the
what a
reason.
California burrito is? Because I know that's pretty much just like a West Coast thing. So a California burrito is this giant burrito with like it's a flour tortilla,
Oh yeah.
it's carne asada, it's French fries, it's guac, it's sour cream, it's cheese on top of it, and they wrap it all up.
Yep.
So
They
it is
use, like,
it is
2
it's
12-inch
like that.
tortillas.
Yeah.
I mean, it
it
weighs
does sound
pound.
like something the mafia would do for you.
Yeah.
Give that guy a California burrito. You know, it does. It does.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Well,
like
it's
a
'cause-
euphemism of some description.
Yeah, it's because out in California there's carne asada fries, and that was like a very
Right.
California thing. And all they did is just they took the carne asada fries and put it in a burrito.
There was
It ends up
so
being like
place-
this big. It's like
Yeah,
a
dude.
quarter.
Yeah.
there's a
That's how the
place
best
here-
food is made. You get 2 foods
Yeah.
that are really good, and you just put them together. It's
Yeah,
just
like lamb and tuna fish.
Reese's Pieces.
What?
Yeah.
You don't
Did
you know
lamb and tuna
Reese's
fish?
Pieces.
it's a movie reference.
Oh, okay. All right. You call me. Good.
It's from Mr. Deeds. Sorry, no, Big Dad. It's the Adam Sandler movie.
Big Daddy. Yeah.
Big Dad.
There's a place here that has carne asada fries, and they take the carne asada, they put it on the fries, they crinkle cut fries because it's got to be crinkle cut. Put the carne asada on it.
No, what are you talking about?
I prefer crinkle cut fries. Anyway, and they put they sprinkle the cotija cheese all over it, and then they put I know this is probably gonna offend Aish. They put what's that green sauce? The green that you put on steak.
Sauce?
The green stuff you put on steak. No, it's not green sauce.
Green
Steak.
sauce?
Mint.
No, it's a green thing. Oh gosh, it goes on like a Brazilian steak.
Yeah. It's like olive oil with like pesto mix and
yeah,
stuff.
like
Oh.
Yeah.
It's,
But it's
Yeah.
gosh, what is it called?
dude, Argentinian food uses it a lot.
Yep, that's it. It's I can't
chimichurri.
chimichurri. Yeah, they put chimichurri on it, and then they put like garlic moje all over it, and it's freaking amazing. So good. But
That sounds
chimichurri.
that sounds like a different thing than what like carne asada fries are.
Oh
out
no, it's
there.
not real.
That
But
sounds
it's,
delicious. Yeah, it sounds
freaking
no, it's still like I don't like it when people say, "Oh, that's not real." It's like no, it's still real. It's delicious. Like don't
It's
be
just not-
don't
it's
be
not correct.
gatekeeping. Yeah,
yeah.
it's awesome.
I'm for me, it's just gonna be wings. I don't care if I get sauce all over the dart. I want just if I'm gonna
Can't
put
go
a
wrong
lot
with
of
wings.
Yeah, I can't.
All right, bone
Okay.
in or
It's
bone
everybody
I was about to
complaining
ask
about
that.
glass
Those are
screens. It's
nuggets.
just that's because of what you're eating. You know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's bone-in, and I am a drumettes guy instead of
There is no such thing as boneless wings. Those are nuggets.
they're chicken
Those
nuggets.
are nuggets. They're
They're
nuggets in
tenders.
disguise. Big
Yeah, what do you
time.
want to call them? It's just
That's what the
adults don't
youngins
want to
call
be like, give me some chicken tendies. Like, no, it's
Yeah, they're
my gosh.
nuggies for sure.
All right.
wings of bones.
So Mr. Steven,
Trans chickens, nuggets in
What?
disguise.
um,
Wait, what is?
I'm not even touching that one. Hell
No. It's a Transformers joke. It's nothing to do
I know.
with
I
anything
know.
else.
It took me a second to catch that. He said nuggets in disguise. Trans.
Yeah.
He called them
Nuggets
trans
in
chickens, nuggets in disguise. So, all right. So
Chick formers would have been better, but you don't.
Chick-formers.
you
Chick
don't-
formers.
Yeah.
So we were gonna see a PSP handheld comparison video soon.
At some point, maybe not before I go away, but yeah, very.
Do you know?
Very
Are
shortly.
you willing to tell us what devices you're considering using? Because I was gonna make one, and then I ended up not playing any of the devices, so I sold them all.
But it will be. Well, it's everything that's around the same power. So it's around about the $100 mark at the moment.
So TRIMUI Smart Pro S,
so
Magni
TRIMUI
Air
Smart
X.
Pro S, Magni RX, Vita, the 52 mini thingy, that sort of stuff. I don't
What
think
about
anything else.
the Ken Hank one, the K56?
I haven't got a K56. I would have loved to have reviewed it, but I don't think I could have got. I think by the time I'd started the channel and started buying stuff, you couldn't get hold of it, and now you can get hold of it again. I think.
Yeah, it's kind
I
of
haven't
underrated.
Don't
The
do it.
buttons and the D-pad are pretty awful, but it's kind of
Yeah,
underrated.
don't do it.
Yeah, it's
Don't do it.
awkward. The
Fair
that AL what is it, ALPC one that you have, the R
Yes.
bro?
Yeah. I
That
do.
one's I think that one's a better device. I think that one's a better device.
I think it is, and it would
Yeah.
have been nice if it had Hall effect sticks on it, but it's not necessarily a deal breaker. I think for that one.
Fair enough. All right. What about you, Monta? What can we expect to see? When are we seeing the next 10-hour stream? On the
I'm planning
on
one
GN?
soon, dude. I need to get back to like filming content, so I was starting I was starting to record my review for the rotate before we hopped on stream, and I was like, dude, I'm rusty.
What review?
But I'm
you've
locked
done,
in
like,
on live streaming.
You've done like 2 5-hour streams on that thing. What do you
Yeah, but it's
do a
different when
review
you're
on it for?
recording. It's different when you're
It is
recording
different
like
when
a
you're
like a review. Because when I'm on live, dude, that's just me talking. That's easy.
God.
That's light work. When you're reviewing something, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
God damn, I have to think. You telling me I have to think right now?
Yeah,
Do you
So,
write scripts? Does anybody else write scripts for it, or is it just sort of
I used to.
stream
I
of
do
consciousness? that you
bullet
try and edit
points
together?
and I write notes about like my observations as I'm using
Yeah,
it.
if I'm reviewing
I write
something, I'm doing
full-on
full
scripts
yeah.
for it,
Same.
because-
If I have to review, it's a full-on script.
I used to, and
man.
I
Well,
felt,
I've got
and
to-
I felt like
I've got to
it
work
felt
the
like it
jokes in there,
wasn't-
and that's not as easy as people
Yeah.
think. It's not like off the
No.
cuff
Yeah.
stuff. I spend a long time writing those things.
I think it depends, because like your videos are like, you talk to the camera and, oh, by the way, you happen to bring up this device and you talk about it and your impact on it, but your storytelling is so good that it's different. Like with me, I feel like when I write scripts, I try them and then I kind of get into them, like, this doesn't feel like genuine. So instead I've taken to I'm just going to throw a mic on, a lavalier mic on, and I'm going to open it up and I'm going to play with it. And I'm going to talk about my impressions. And, I may write, like Monto, I may write down myself some notes ahead of time. Hey, don't forget that this thing has this chipset in it. This thing has this, and this is that. And of course, tidbits there. But for the most part, I feel like I enjoy just opening it up and playing it and just giving my hands on. Like, so this thing here, and I'll tell you a little surprise. This thing here, it's actually going to come out Saturday. The stock card, I didn't play it. The stock card has a game on it, and it has Hitler on the cover.
Oh,
And I turned it on, and I said, "What in the shit is that?"
Okay.
And it's on camera. You know what I mean? Like,
Is it like? Oh,
do you
God.
blast him?
I didn't even click it. I didn't play the game. I was like, "Yep, nope, not touching
I
that."
mean,
one.
it's not
Like
the
an early
it's not the
Wolfenstein or something.
first time a Chinese
sounds like some, like-
micro SD cards had something
Yeah.
it shouldn't on there.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just, and I may check
Some
it out after the
edgy
stream, but it was some kind of. I didn't launch the
game.
game. I was like, "What?" I did a Monto. I did, "What the shit?" Beep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was,
I forgot which one it was, but one came preloaded with some adult content too.
oh my god!
Oh,
I think it was
yeah,
something
dude.
from Palki. I'm
Some
pretty sure it was
classic Gooner
Palki too.
games.
Yeah.
yeah.
Load
No,
that
no,
thing
it
up.
wasn't. It wasn't a game. It was
Oh my god.
no, it wasn't games.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Well, that brings a whole new meaning to the word
Yeah,
handheld,
no
doesn't it?
joke.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love playing my games one-handed, dude. That's great.
Yeah.
That's what's best about this device.
Yep.
And that's why it's called a rotate. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah, rotate
Um,
something.
it's the action that you do.
You
rotate
gotta
it.
keep it lubricated. It's important.
Yeah,
You don't want the hinge to wear out.
we're gonna get banned. We're gonna get gas strikes. You guys are insane.
No, it's
Just
after
make
the first
sure you
10
have a
minutes,
rack
you
for the
don't care
screen
anymore.
and for other things. It's fine.
You guys are nuts.
Kai, yes, I am very shortly. It's been in the works for ages. I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah,
It's one of those, I love the device. I just don't pick it up. I'd love to be able to pick it up and go.
You don't pick it up
This is why I'm using
you
it.
don't like
but
good devices.
I don't pick it up because I've got a Thor and I've got a
Dude, I
Portal,
feel
and
the
I've got
same way.
yeah.
Yeah, like the Odin 3 is awesome, but the only one I grab, if it's not x86, I'm gonna grab the Thor every single time.
You're wrong.
It also
You're wrong.
there's something about the Odin 3 that I know it's all like in my head, but it feels like an alpha product, like or like a beta, like software wise, where it's like I know that you're gonna be great. I know that you're gonna be like amazing soon. Just gotta wait for you.
You
to
know
get
that
there.
the next iteration of it.
The next
gonna be
iteration is
that
like
much
it because it
better.
just keeps coming, and every time it's that much
Yeah.
better. And I'm like, oh, do I jump in now and like work to get it all set up and get familiar with it?
It's going to
or
be
do
the
I
difference
wait
between
until-
the Odin 2 and the Portal, isn't it? It's
Right.
going to be that.
Nope.
It's like, do I
Like
wait
I said,
until
Here's the
it
thing:
gets
to
really
be
good?
completely fair to the Odin 3 and the Elite chip in it, it's gotten so much better than where it was when
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
first
Oh, it has.
released.
That's what I
yeah.
mean.
It's a huge improvement. The device is great. It's got some of my favorite analog sticks on any Android handheld. I love the face buttons. It's doing
I
so
think
many
it's at a
things
point
right.
now when it was first released.
Yeah.
I made a video that said, well, maybe don't get this one yet because
Mhm.
there were too many unknowns. I think.
Yeah,
And then
Let me just hold
As
on,
I
hold on.
got
Let me-
it-
Let me just. That's too much. They're both gone. And I was going to kick you too, but you redeemed yourself at the end. The Odin 3 is amazing. The Odin 3
it is. It really is. It is an amazing handheld.
Okay, I
and
got my
it's
hand
only
over
gonna
the
get
kick
better.
button. I'm just saying. I got my hand.
No,
over
I have nothing. I really have nothing bad to say about the Odin 3. I think it's great.
Say
I
something
wish-
bad about the Odin
Yeah.
3.
No, I
But-
wish
but
every
it's-
single
that's-
Android handheld like
Does someone want to
those
trade a
sticks.
white for my purple? I don't like my
Oh
purple color.
I have the purple too. No issues with it. The problem is the Thor just scratches a part of my brain that just makes me want to use it.
It's true. It's
That's
true.
the only
Yeah.
thing.
there's
That's the
something
thing.
Exactly.
I mean, I know that it's
Yeah.
not perfect, but there's something about that form factor that is just special.
Yeah. And
There's
I agree
something
with you
about
when
a
you were
flip
when you were talking
device
in your
with two
video about like
screens.
the grip and stuff. I don't need the grip. I'm okay.
No,
with
I
the
don't.
Thor
I
as is.
do.
Like
I do. I have about
Yeah.
8 different grips. Ones I purchased, ones I 3D printed, the
You
original one.
going through grips?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
see
yeah.
every
That's
single day I
theoretical.
leave the house, that I just grab the Thor, I throw it in my backpack, and it's with me. Even if I'm not gonna play any games, it's just with me. I always carry with everything. It feels. I feel like the Thor is as close as we've gotten to original hardware in this
Yeah.
emulation scene.
Yeah.
To the
Mm.
point where
Mm.
one of the big reasons I haven't really been doing handheld reviews is because I have the Thor. Like
Yeah.
I feel like right now I've kind of peaked. Like I found the handheld I've been looking for a while to play like classic games, older stuff, maybe some indie games, and it's just that good to me. Not saying the Odin 3 is bad in any way. I can definitely see why a lot of people would pick it over the Thor, especially if you're somebody that's excited for where PC gaming on Android is going. But I was a huge fan of the 3DS. Like I was a late adopter. I missed the boat like you guys did too. But when COVID came around, I picked one up and I fell in love with it. And just something about like the form factor, and then with the Thor just coming in and just being a better version, it's the one I want to keep on grabbing.
Well, I hadn't picked up either a DS or a 3DS. I still haven't picked up a 3DS. I've got a 2DS XL. But I hadn't picked either of those up until last year because, like I said earlier, it wasn't my generation of
Yeah,
stuff
I'm the
to
same way.
get.
I'm
You
the
know.
same way. Whereas
And-
Monto has about 10 3DSs and DSs.
I got my.
I don't blame you. I can understand why,
Endgame
you know.
3DS, Endgame
Yeah.
2DS.
Dude, I'll
I
never
mean,
get
and
rid
I-
of my 3DS. I'll never get rid of my 2DS. I'll never get rid of my DSs either. Like they're, especially
This
the
is
DS
some.
Lite.
This is something that retro handhelds will never do. You ready?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because they don't need it. They have
Include
the-
a
Should've done
goddamn
that, really. They
stylus
should've
into
done-
your device.
Here's the only thing that could get me really back into like wanting a new handheld at this point for like retro emulation is if somebody made like a DS-like clone. That's
yes.
it. Not
I
the
was just
RGDS.
saying that.
Like I really
But-
like the RGDS.
Yeah, I
It's
know
like
what you
nice and
mean.
big,
Yeah.
but the size of that thing, I have it right here.
Pocketable. Give us a pocketable DS clone. That's like
Yeah.
actually small.
Look
put
at
a
the
stylus
size
in
of
there.
this thing. Like you can just grab it and throw it in your pocket. It's so nice. Like if the RGDS was this size, I would have it would be with me every single day. That's the
I'm torn about that. I don't
Amen.
like to carry stuff in my pocket, so that's not relevant to me. And because I'm old and I got crappy eyesight, I like a bigger screen. So I'm kind of like torn.
Well,
I think the RGDS is
I'm
a
fat
great
and I've
size.
got big pockets, so it doesn't really
well.
matter.
Here's the thing. The games
Sounds
on
like
the,
the
on
song.
the
I'm
DS,
fat and I got big pockets.
the games for the DS and Game Boy Advance and all those games were made for small screens. Even like a lot of
Yeah.
retro games, like
Yeah.
Super Nintendo games, Genesis games, all of those were made for smaller screens in mind. Because back in the day, like TVs weren't huge, so chances are, if you were playing a Super Nintendo, you had a smaller TV and it was across the living room. So they had to develop the games in a way that the text would be readable on those smaller displays. Same thing with like the native DS, 3DS games. Those are the type of games that I would want to play in something like this for like the retro stuff. Even though I don't like calling them retro games. That's the only thing that would get me to like put down the door and be like, okay, I want this right now. Because other than that, there isn't like an Android or Linux handheld that really interests me. And on x86, I have a couple. Z1 Extreme still does what I need to do, and I have no interest in spending over $1,000 on something that's going to be just a little bit better. So, like, I'm kind of capped out on handhelds for now. At least until prices.
I think I'm really lucky when it comes to reviews because my interest in handhelds isn't having the handheld. I've got the handheld that I want to play with that I would pick up on a daily basis, but I love the marketing behind it. I've been doing behavioral economics for the last 10 years or so. I've been learning all about it. It's phenomenal stuff. So to be able to see a new device and go, okay, let's try and fit that to an audience. Let's try and find out who actually would benefit from having that. That really interests me. So I can take a slightly different approach to the hardware, and I don't have to like every bit of hardware that comes in.
And I was there a couple of years ago
because
so
I can find that somebody else, can do it. But it's a completely different thing from because I used to have a photography channel and I had reviewed some lenses and they were all lenses that I wanted and they were all it was all stuff that I wanted to buy in the first place. And as soon as you stop doing that, you go, I don't know what to do now because the reason that I'd done this has gone. Well, now I with this stuff, the reason that I'm doing it is because I know at some level somebody's going to want this and they're going to want a review that tells them the things that they want rather than what everybody else is talking about. So.
And I understand perfectly what you're saying because I was there a few years ago. Like when I started making videos for retro handhelds, it was back when the 351V was still kind of the newer handheld. Like the Retro Pocket 2 was still relevant. So that's when I really got into like making videos and reviewing handhelds and stuff. So I did that for a while, and then I kind of got to the point where I felt like I was re-reviewing the same chip over and over and over again in just a new form factor.
Yeah.
And I wasn't as excited about it anymore. So I stopped.
I can
making videos for a
understand
while.
that. I mean, it's a vagary of this particular niche that usually if you talk about design with designers, they'll go, okay, but the form is not the most important thing. The what you can do, the substance of it is more important. But in retro handhelds, in many cases, the form is the substance. And you see that with Ambernic, with the H700 devices, where you've got a plethora of different devices, and yet there are different audiences for every single one of them because they're, I mean, personally, I like the 34XXSP because my gaming handheld when I was younger was the GBA SP. And it was like having one of them. And to be able to do that, I think is quite a special thing where you basically got the same thing. And yet to have and we're the only niche that I know that can do that. We're the only
Mhm.
niche where form is substance more than
Yep.
anything else. And again,
That's
from
how
a
I felt
design
about
point of
the
view, I find that kind of
34XX.
fascinating as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Yeah.
regular, like
Yeah.
the GBA looking one. Like when Aberdeen released it, I was like, oh, this is my new favorite thing they've made. Because
Yeah.
I think that's where we're at right now. We're at a point where form factor is going to be the biggest thing. And whoever, which is probably going to be Ambernick, because Ambernick is really the only one that's still willing to be like, now screw you
To
guys,
make a
we're going to
change.
put the same chip, but we're just going to clone a Game Boy Advance. Like, that's crazy. Nobody else is really trying to do that like they are. So there's, I'm still excited.
But I mean,
for-
looking at
for that side.
people's comments on videos and things, it really makes a difference to people.
Yeah.
And I can't see another niche anywhere where that's so important.
Mhm.
You know, even when you're talking about x86 devices, the form factor is not as important because a lot of what people buy the retro
Performance,
handhelds for is
give me the
nostalgia.
horsepower.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what every x86 is like. Freaking drag
Every
racing
single
people,
one.
dude. They're just like,
Yeah,
give me power. For me, I'm
Yeah.
just like, give me a handheld that's fun, dude. I just want to play some games. I
Yep.
don't wanna
That's
play
what you
some
want. Yeah, you
old
want
games.
something you can talk about and have fun with. And the Rotate was a really good one as well.
I really
Even though
like
it's not
it.
a chip that we necessarily have
It's
to
flawed. Everybody
think much about, but still,
Yeah.
I do like it. Like I said, black.
Get the
terrible,
metal one,
terrible
dude.
color.
You need the metal one.
I
That's
should
your
do.
problem.
If I've got any money left when we come back from holiday. Well, the other thing is I'm redoing
if
a
you
room
make money on
upstairs, so I've
holiday,
No, I've got money that I've saved up if I don't spend it all on shit and food. It's possible. I'm redoing a room upstairs so that I've got a recording space.
Ooh.
So this is going to stay the same. But the bits that I do, so if people don't know, when I film a video, I film it in front of a television, and a lot of what you see behind the console is something which is just a picture on a television, because it makes the thing look a bit more expensive. And I'm setting that up upstairs, which means I've got to buy desks and TVs and lights and all the sorts of things that I don't have to do anyway.
All that
So
fun
I'm
stuff.
Using the
Yeah.
stuff from down here. But
I get that.
yeah, it does mean that I don't have to shift the sofa every time I want to film something, and that'll be a pretty big thing.
Dude, I used to have a fold-out table that I would have to set up in the room to record, like because
Tell me more about your guys' setups. What
well, you
janky
see
ass
mine.
shit do you guys have to do?
You can see mine.
dude? So when I
That's
started
my
making
setup.
videos,
It's one big stand, and there's camera
Oh,
and a
yeah.
monitor, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
it.
Shit,
Big
I
light
came on.
there. That's my main light. I've got another
dude,
light
same.
up there, which is
I'm in a tiny little room
second
right
key.
here.
One
It's a
of the
walk-in
things
closet.
I've done in the past is teach people who are in business how to do this, how to get themselves on camera and
Mhm.
make a camera look better than it is. And lighting
awesome.
is so important for it.
Lighting
is
is the most
really,
important
really
part.
important.
You don't need
Yeah,
an
yeah.
expensive camera. You just need good lighting.
Well-
I put my
Hey,
my
dude,
camera
dude,
lens.
dude, put that down.
I put my I put my
What is
camera
wrong with
lens
you? This is a family
through-
show.
through the
Through-
glory hole, and I
You've made
point it
yourself
down.
a glory hole,
And then now I never get reflections of my
what
of my
did I
ceiling.
tell you about $20?
This is how you don't get reflections
No,
of your
all you do
ceiling.
is you go and you buy a bunch of black paper and you put it on the ceiling and that's
he
it.
is right. You do cover something over to get but you don't need to
You
have
don't
a glory hole.
it. Yeah. Jesus,
Oh my
man.
god.
I'm sorry you guys had to see that.
And then there's
I
how
don't-
you
I
set
don't
the
even know how
light
to
up, because a
respond
lot
to
of
that
product
shit.
photography,
Yeah.
you'll have the light coming down from the top, and that's what people expect to see.
Yeah.
But then a glass front, and then that screws everything up. So
Yeah.
it's,
You know, you know how I know you're lying, Monto? Because that hole was too big.
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole
You can't prove it.
too big.
Yeah.
you can't prove it.
No,
It's rotating, dude.
There's a cheaper. So you can just buy like black paper. They sell they have like these giant
Yeah.
rolls, and you just tape it to the ceiling, and it looks like that, and you're good. You don't have to.
But I like my camera straight down, and then I see the camera.
also,
and
something
the
else I've done is I
reflection.
built a little
Oh, that's
thing
fair, that's
like
fair.
this,
Yeah.
Uh,
which I can
Yeah.
which you can stick on a desk. So, like I said, I like to film in front of a TV or in front of a monitor or something. This just raises it up enough so that it's beyond the height. And I've got a couple of these that are different sizes depending on what I want to film on.
I don't see mine is I mean it's just I don't know here the camera's gonna get funky. Let me turn the camera off for a second. So I can things to get so it doesn't all right.
What's going on over there?
Hold on.
You doing?
Whoa, whoa.
Wow.
So there's my screens, my desktop.
Whoa!
I have some
Got the
lights,
gamer PC.
got some lights up there.
Mine's on the ground. It's covering cat hair.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
mine is it's just there.
I gotta be like that.
Problem with it, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you guys, I mean, there's just those lights back there with that stuff, and then there's a pile of
You've
crap.
got
in the
The
so
den,
much
dude.
space though.
Yeah.
yeah.
You got
I
the
have-
den.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
if I stretch my arms out, I can touch both.
Your
of them.
space looks like it looks like Bill's space. From,
Yeah.
If I stretch
I
this arm
guess.
out, I can touch a wall. But if I go
Yeah.
the other way, I've got a sofa there and a TV
There's my-
and a
there's
bed
my
at the
Oh
other
yeah,
end of
this,
the room.
this is a walk-in closet. Like
That's
it's a
the-
tiny
oh.
This
walk-in
is like-
closet. Yeah.
This is like 4 foot by
Yeah.
8 foot, something like that, and that's it. And it's all,
Yeah.
all the space I've got to work.
There's my man first wall that Two Loud's always teasing me for. That's my Godzilla chair. It's a
Godzilla
It's a
chair.
camel chair with Godzilla on it, and
Well, that's something else we didn't
Exclusive
talk about.
for
The
3D
remake
printer.
of Destroy All Monsters.
Yeah, 3D printer and all my handhelds and stuff, and that stuff in the corner is either review or sale stuff. If you can see that, if the camera's picking up, there's a shit ton of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything special. I have a nicer set of lights. I haven't even taken them out the box yet. I don't know if I have that in me to put that much effort that you guys do. I'm like, yeah, it's here. It is what it is. Yeah.
Dude, when I started making videos, we were living in an apartment, and I had a little corner with like a tiny desk where like that was my whole work area, and I didn't have enough space to record. So I went to Walmart and I got a fold-out table, a small one that's probably like this wide. And I would have to open that up, like set it against the wall on the bed to kind of work in there. And then I went to an arts and craft store and I bought like this white foam thing that I would put on top of it so that I would record over that. And then I had an old phone. I had a Google Pixel 3 XL that I was recording with, and just a janky arm and some cheap ring light from Amazon. And that was it. That was the setup. You have to pull that stuff out every single time.
When I first started doing YouTube stuff, the only lighting I had were 2 desk lamps. That was it. I just had to make do with it. That's,
Yeah.
I think that's what my
I've also taught people how to do that, how to get an old shoebox and make a softbox by covering it over with crate paper and stuff, you know, the old school sort of.
Yeah, pretty much all the
do with
videos
what you
that I
got.
made for RH were like that. Like all the shots that I would try to make and angle things and everything were on a cheap plastic table with bad lighting that I would
It's
just
amazing what you can
make
do with
work.
it. The amount of people that because I know a fair amount of people who do commercial photography. The amount of times they're doing a small job, they're using their home studio and it's just a table with a light on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, single light shots. It's just, you know.
Fred said he uses a huge MagSafe flashlight. It works pretty good. I dropped it on my feet a few times. That's funny shit.
Before I got this thing, which is like the softbox that I use now, we had a cheap like stand-up lamp from Walmart that had like one of the arms was flexible. So what I did is I went and I bought like a really cheap light trash can from like the Dollar Tree store, and I covered the inside of it with aluminum foil, and then I cut up a white T-shirt and I put that in front of it. So that was my softbox.
Oh, you did a little reflector.
Yeah, dude, and it worked
you
great.
did-
Like it worked great, but it was janky and ugly. So my wife.
That's a
was like,
parabolic
"No."
umbrella, brother.
Yeah.
Parabolic.
Now I have this
umbrella.
thing. So
You
I'm
literally
good.
made a parabolic umbrella.
Yeah.
That's fire. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta get that lighting, man.
Yeah, that's
Some of the things that have been
yeah,
really
did-
great recently. I got one of these
Bouncing
from
into fusion.
AliExpress. This was 15 quid. It was cheap.
I was looking at those
Um,
things, and it's
I got a
all
little- I got a
full
little
RGB.
one.
Yeah, yep.
From
Really good.
AliExpress.
and this was only 30 quid for and that wasn't even from AliExpress, that was from Amazon. But yeah, those things are sort of game changers, because only a couple of years ago you couldn't spec out a studio with just this little money. I mean, you can get a whole setup for under 100 quid. It's incredible.
Yeah,
Really incredible.
I was gonna get those Amazon lights, but my wife got me a Govee desk lamp. I got a Govee, and it's so great for like the different lighting and stuff. Here, it's let's see it. one of these things. You just phone controlled and it's full 360 lighting, and wherever I put it, it works really well. So whenever
I've got
A lot
fan
of it's
control thing
just
as well,
like
which is
how,
quite nice.
yeah,
most of it's just how creative you really want to get with it. Because if you look at somebody like Tech Dweeb, his setup, like for the long, I don't know how it is right now, but for the longest time, it wasn't really that crazy. It was mostly stuff like he handmade, and it was just about getting the right light and just being creative when you edit stuff. That's the biggest thing. Make sure you're saying stuff that people care about and make it look appealing in a way that you would want to watch it. Like your aesthetics might not be for everybody, but just make the video you want to watch.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's wrap this up. Aish, what are you working on?
I'm trying to get out a video talking about whether you should get a Steam Deck now or not.
I thought you just did that, bro.
No, so the video I was talking about was like
It's
kind of
Valve.
the current state of Valve, like with the Steam Deck prices and the Steam machine, where things are going, like why it's that expensive. I feel like you're gonna follow up to that. It's like whether you should or you shouldn't get a Steam Deck right now. Like spoiler, the answer is don't buy it new. But then I'm going into like why some people would still consider it, because there is an entire community around the Steam Deck that other handheld PCs just don't have.
Yeah, fair. And Monto, you're working on our RG Rotate review.
I am. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of streaming soon because
Surprise,
I picked up a bigger stream deck, so I've got more buttons to press, and you know what that means? More bullshit.
Did you get the XL or the new XL with the twiddly bits on?
No, I got the one.
with the
It
twiddly
has
bits was just on sale.
it
and
has
came with custom
15 buttons. I'm
Oh,
starting
okay.
at. I had like
Right.
I think it had 6 buttons before. Now I got 15, and I'm feeling good. I've got some fun stuff teed up. So come by, hang out in the streams, turn on notifications,
think I
all
can-
that junk.
So
What is that?
the one with the twiddly bits in it, they had a sale going on. If you bought it from the website, it came with your choice of custom colored twiddly bits knobs.
Really bits.
Yeah.
Twiddly
But
bits.
there's 2 of those now. There's a small one. There's the Stream Deck. I can't remember what they call them. There's the one I've got sat down there,
Uh-huh.
and then there's a much bigger one. But the much bigger one is so big I can't
It's
Yeah,
see
comically
how
large.
anybody
It's
would
like
put it on a
45
disc.
buttons
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, something insane like
Huge.
that.
A
Yeah.
lot.
Well, the
Yeah.
smaller one has got 4 of the twiddly bits on it, and I kind of think it's pretty solid. So I'm thinking hard about getting it, because you can also put an XLR interface on the back of it, or a USB
well.
hub. You can also plug a USB
Yeah.
hub into the back, which is pretty awesome. So the XLR
That's fun.
interface costs as much as the Stream Deck itself, so that's probably not for me. And since I have some the Scarlet stuff here, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, digging it. All right, and then Mr. Steven, when you come back from holiday, we're going to see a PSP.
Well,
video
the
from you?
next thing out in a few days is going to be all about Rocknix on the mini long, which is
I like
it's
it.
just been fun.
I can't wait for my
I've
white
just
one,
enjoyed doing it.
to come in and for us to see Arc. I miss the days when we had like, hey, what's better on this device, Arc or Rocknix or Arc and Jell OS? You know what I mean? I miss those days, so I'm kind of excited about it.
Cool.
All right, and surprise, surprise, this video is coming out this weekend, and then we'll see some stuff next week for my trip this week, and that's it, man. That's it. That's all we got. Listen, guys, this has been an absolute blast. I love hanging out with you guys. It's been super stellar. Another great show, another live chat. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, this has been special, and I'm gonna end the episode, with the great words of the great one himself.
I just want to say Digital Jedi is the best looking dude on Save State Podcast, and I freaking love pinto beans.
So love that.
Unreal, bro. You
That
think you know somebody. That's
Love
when you
that
think
guy.
you know
Love the
somebody.
genuineness of him, and just, hey, thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, 2 things. We're not going to be streaming next week because we're going to be traveling, so we won't be live next week, but we will be back the following week with a stellar guest. Excellent episode. Hey, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to talk some more, and come catch us on Handhelds United Discord. We're there. Monto's there. Mr. Steven pops in every once in a while. Aisha's there all the time. Like, I'm like, bro, go home. Like all the time. So
Now, man, I gotta talk to people.
yeah, and he wants to talk about how much he loves Valve. So
Yep. Our Lord and Savior, Gavin.
Yeah, oh my God. All right. You guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with us. Take it easy. Keep
Bye,
gaming.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Later.